we're live. Welcome to another episode of Indie Comics Interviews. These are the off-hour Thursday interviews. These are specifically for Comicsgate creators. You will never have a Thursday interview with somebody who's not Comicsgate. So today we are featuring Red Gaze and his book Sunsworn, and George Peter Gattis and his character Joe King and his upcoming book. So, guys, say hello to the chat.
Hi, chat.
Hello, hail the chat. What's up?
So, is anybody even in the chat yet? It's like one of those things, you know. It's like there's Thursday nights and Tuesday nights tend to be really busy on YouTube for some strange reason. You guys know
they definitely are. And I mean, Tug's kind of got an all-star cast on his stream right now. So
right, I did see that he had John Malin and the Star Wars girl and Cecil when a little while ago. I saw that.
Yes, sir. But that's all right. That's what replays are for, right?
That is what replays are for. I mean, and beautifully, we tend to get a lot of those. So
yeah.
So everybody, welcome. Glad to see you're here. We got Lothar D in the chat. Hello, Lothar D.
What's up, Lothar?
Greetings.
So how's it going there, Red? I know that you are with the live campaign here. Let's bring that fucking thing
up. It's going pretty well, actually. You know, I wasn't sure how well a novel would be received, but it's been received pretty well, and I'm really, really happy and really blown away by the support. Yeah, so, I got nothing to bitch about, not one single thing.
All right, well, now I get to actually interview you about your book. Hail, right. Dude, Situ, he's also here. Hail Comicsgate, hail War Campaign. So basically, I see you've broke the $5,000 mark. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually our first stretch goal. So now everybody's getting a bookmark as well.
What's the bookmark of?
It's going to be it'll be Vinny's art is what I'm going with for that. Stickers the next stretch goal at 6,000. That'll be a little different.
Okay, at least you just don't mark the book. I'm just gonna mark the book.
Oh, I can't stand when people do that. When they just tick the page like at the corner. Oh right. Man, that grates my nerves.
We got El Gargoyle in the chat. El Gargoyle is a hell of a moderator.
Hail El Gargoyle and hail Dosey too.
Greetings.
Let's see here. Let's also get George's link in the chat. Let's see here. See, I got a million things going on. Usually I have Brian Kriskow filling in the dead air while I'm doing this tech stuff. I sent him the link. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it, but I didn't give him any warning.
So how's everybody's quarantine?
Oh, man. It is actually like almost no different for me as far as the quarantine aspect, except that when I actually have to go somewhere, because they're like starting to require that we wear masks now. That's kind of annoying.
That just came down here too.
Yeah.
That's really annoying.
You go into the drive-thru and you're like trying to get your hamburger and they're like won't serve it to you until you put a mask on. I'm like, really? You're not going to hand me my food that I just paid for? You know, it's like,
yeah, they'll take your money.
Yeah, they take the card, but then they say we can't give you your food until you put on a mask.
And what if you don't have a mask?
They will give you napkins.
Can you just put your shirt over your face? Is that acceptable?
No, in fact, it says right on the notice that it has to be something that you're not wearing.
Wow.
Wow. So just carry with you an extra pair of underwear then.
Yeah, that's one thing. I found that the easiest mask is just to like fold a piece of paper over long ways. You know what I mean? And just put something underneath it to hold it up over your ears. You know, I used a couple pieces of plastic that I just tied together and then boom. It hangs down like a mask. You can just take it off, throw it away. It costs me nothing to produce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It works really well. these mask things are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I can understand having a fancy one if you are, having to wear it for long periods of time. But
Why
you know,
don't you just try a simple, oversized handkerchief?
if I had one, I probably would. I don't have anything like that actually. I have like a bandana that I use like when I was writing. You know what I mean? But it's like it's used for specifically for that purpose. You know what I mean? So I mean, it does
What about a small towel?
a small towel.
Instead of going to the beach with the towel over your shoulder, you actually wrap the towel around your face.
Yeah, well, that works.
Yeah,
It there's a lot of approaches that are plenty effective. I'm sure. I've seen people walking around with like the bandana thing, like old west bank robbers. You know,
But I mean, does that really achieve anything?
I don't really know if that achieves shit. You know what I mean? Because I know that I can like actually feel moisture through those things, and I've actually been able to like just like out of testing it, like the squirt bottle, I was actually able to shoot like mist through those things. So, I mean, I don't understand how they expect those masks to work. Now, the ones that are actual masks that have the plastic lining inside, now
Hmm.
those I understand actually will work. You know what I mean? They
uh,
they they control misting both ways.
Yeah.
But just a typical piece of cloth that actually doesn't stop it. It will hold misting back, but it doesn't stop it. Hey,
yeah,
we have Drew Taylor in the chat. You guys familiar with Drew Taylor?
yes, we know.
Yes. What's up, Drew?
Greetings,
Hey,
Drew.
What's up, my guys, man? My boy Red Gaze, George. How you doing, fellas?
Greetings.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
we got Sim in the chat. I did send Sim a link, so if he wants to join us, you can.
Yeah, how you doing, Drew?
Or he can just troll us from the chat. I'm doing all right. I went to the post office today, dropped off 5 packages. I love those days. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
it's almost every day. I love it. I mean, it's with both campaigns. The two campaigns are racing. You know,
Nice.
yeah, I love it. I feel as though I want to like set up some kind of like thing to encourage people to make them race, because the first book is at 8145 and the second book is at 8380. So the second book's a little ahead of the first book now, but
Nice.
for a while they were going back and forth. You know?
Right. Hey, that's I'm digging it, man. You're doing great work, and I gotta say, I'm always honored to be, amongst great creative minds and just good guys. And I've been friends with George for a little while now. Love George to death. Red Gaze, I mean, you're amazing, brother. I got nothing but good things to say. Red Gaze is a real solid guy, and Drew, your friendship has been amazing, and your help with everything. And hail to Sim, man. Guys, Sim is making moves, man. I'm just saying, Sim's a great creative mind, and that brother is making some moves. So I am just honored that you guys have the amount of trust and respect for me that you invite me on board to these things. And I can hang out with you guys, because I'm nowhere near like the level of creative as all of you fellas are, but
Yeah, but
I
comics, man.
Yeah.
Good quality entertainment. So so like the rest of us are all gushing on comics because we're comic nerds and we're comic producers. You get to be the voice of reason, like the outsider who's like, I love comics and I don't make them, so this is what I think.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing is, and to let you know, Chad, I do want to give Drew a lot of credit. He has been instrumental in helping me get sickestofall.com up off the ground. It's going well so far. we're in the soft launch phase where the site is live, and we will have our official launch party on 420, of course. But yeah, it's awesome. I like coming in from this perspective because I love just good independent creation and good entertainment, and any sort of insight that I can provide, sort of being outside the box. I love doing that, and I like see you guys. Like I said, you guys are my buddies. I like seeing you succeed. That's satisfaction that I get.
Well, what's funny is the Red and George and I guess our and we both, I mean, we're all Comicsgate, but we probably also qualify as Fandom Menace because we're like totally like Star Wars nerds also.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a beautiful thing. At the end of the day, and we need to all remember at the end of the day when we're out there fighting for good entertainment, we're all in the foxhole together, man. Fandom Menace, Comicsgate, WC, everybody, man. We are just fighting for good entertainment. We want to get good entertainment out there into the consumer's hands, in front of their eyes, whatever medium it is. And
we definitely all have the same goals, even though there's quite a few trolls in the mix.
Absolutely. And we just navigate around that. That's all we do. We navigate around that. We keep our eyes on the prize, and that's what's important. I know it's doing it in a different way, but this project with sickestofall.com, I was talking about it this morning. I was on George's stream, and the thing that I was explaining is, the types of stories that we're putting up there for people to read is, you can get your pop culture news there, but some of the stuff that you read on our website, when you go, it's there to make you think, make you question and understand what's around you, and get some of the stuff that the mainstream media doesn't give you. And that's what I think the beauty of our site is. And man, I'm so excited about it. And I've really been trying to bust my ass, guys, and get content up there for you guys every day.
It's been looking really good, man. It has. In fact, I'm gonna bring it up since we're talking about that. I'll just kind of bring it up real fast here.
Yeah. And hail to Red Gaze for the success on Sunsworn, man.
Yeah,
great.
Man,
thank you.
I'm looking forward to reading it when it finally gets in my hands. I always give everybody shit because
you can get a taste. The first 3 chapters are available.
Yeah, well, I don't want to tease myself. I want the whole deal.
Right?
I think deep down, everybody likes a little tease.
Exactly.
I do not want readers' blue balls, man. I don't. I don't want it. I
love that. So we just put up a big story this morning, Drew. We've got, I did an article on the WWE releasing over 30 employees, and that's up there.
I saw that. Here we go. Here's the site.
Yeah. We got a story up about Junji Ito's new manga, and got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this is the WWE releases 30 employees. That I mean, I don't feel sorry for the WWE at all.
Well, I feel sorry for the people that are out of work though. That's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, that is a rough thing, man. And so this for people who don't know, Sickest of All is a new site out there. It is a community driven site. It's got a lot of different topics, a lot of good writers. Hopefully eventually have a lot of good readers.
Yeah.
And the key thing is that there is no filter. This is true blue, writing, right?
Yeah, and I want to point out something, Drew, like where you got it right now. If you look at that in the editor's picks, guys, if you pay attention to like a story like my buddy Brian the Observer wrote that yesterday about the Federal Reserve, and that's a type of story that you can read and it'll challenge you to think and really ask questions, because a lot of people take for granted things like the Fed or whatever, or you don't do your due diligence outside of what you see on the news. Some people don't. So when you read an article like that, that's going to actually challenge you to start saying, okay, I'm not getting the whole story from the mainstream here. Maybe I should do my own research on a topic like this. And see, this is an example of the types of articles that we put out there, because that's something that's going to make you think, because believe it or not, that has a very huge effect on your life and the lives of all Americans. And, if you want to broaden it to, around the world, central banks dictate a lot of things in a lot of countries. So reading a story like that will really kind of enlighten you and open your eyes to the big picture.
Yeah, it's not like a picture book, so it's deep. You gotta be ready for the deep on something like that. So, but there's also other great stories in here that I've noticed also.
I know. I love that story I did about the COVID-19 research. That was a great picture I found.
Yeah, and then the new manga adaptation for H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah,
yes,
that's exciting. That's exciting right there.
Yeah, as you guys can see, we're horror fans on this site, so we tend to run a lot of articles about different horror projects and whatnot. So you guys have a lot of good reading up there.
Yeah. So everybody, before I do too many spoilers, go check out Sickest of All. It's going to be a growing site. It should be very entertaining and very good reading. So.
Yeah, when we have a full-on robust writing team in place, we'll have new content like at a good rate. We'll definitely have new daily content. As it is, we've got between 1 and 3 new stories daily, and as I said, we're getting off the ground, and it's brand new, so we're still filling out the writing team. But once we have enough folks writing, we'll definitely have content on a daily basis, all the time. So
how can people support you? Do you have a PayPal donation button, Patreon, so you can keep the site going?
Yeah,
we're going to be running ads on it, but do we have, something like that we should be linking in right now?
I have a PayPal, and this is for those that don't know, I work from home. My mom is 78. She has leukemia, and she also she has a lot of health issues, and she has a hard time. And any donations that are made really go to not only improving the site and the quality of things around, but mainly it also helps me, get some of her meds and pay for the things that Medicare doesn't cover and everything like that, because obviously she's in a bad way, and I'm her sole caregiver. So I'm gonna put this in the private chat, and then you can go ahead and link this. So there we go.
That is now well, that's a lot extra. That is not how I wanted it to go. All right, let's see here. Why is all that extra crap in there?
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I know, man. What is that? There we go.
Yeah, that was yeah. I mean, I just copied off the comment, you know what I mean, in the private chat and pasted it over, and it added all that extra crap.
That was weird, but hey,
Yeah.
that works. But yeah, that like I said, that PayPal is linked straight to the our family our family account, and any little bit it does help, and after after any things that mom needs, or the food on the table, everything else obviously goes to improving site improvements and equipment improvements. So
Very nice.
We
Very nice.
have Sweens in the chat. Hail Sweens.
What's up,
Thanks for
Sweens?
coming in,
Hey,
brother. I can't wait to read Oddity. Cannot wait to read Oddity. So looking forward to that. We also have Johnny Boy. Hail, brothers. Good
Johnny
morning.
Boy.
Just
Oh,
dropping
Johnny
in
Boy.
to show up. Drew,
Hail.
you can say Drews. There's two of us in here.
Yes.
Uh,
It's,
so yeah, so this is excellent. Everybody check out Sickest of All. The site's going to be blowing up. You know,
Yeah.
it's definitely. And then if you want to help support, Drew as he's trying to make this thing, explode, drop him a little change into his PayPal.
Yeah.
Every penny helps.
Appreciate you so much, folks. And again, Drew, and you've been amazing, helping me out, man. And thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.
No
And
worries, brother. No worries, man. I'm happy to help. I think Sickest of All is going to be a great site. I can't wait to see that thing succeed.
yeah. And Red Gaze, I appreciate. Stephen told me when I was talking to him yesterday that you were on stream with people getting the word out. And dude, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, man. Drew popped in and brought it to my attention, and yeah, it's a cool site, man. We could always use another news outlet, man, because we only have a handful that actually, for I guess to get out our side of any story. So
A handful.
yeah.
I think we have like 2, maybe 3.
Well,
Well,
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
A shallow handful.
Well,
A light dusting.
Right.
well, and here's the thing. And again, I was on I was on George's stream this morning and talk about the fact, like, hey, look, guys, if you're independent creators out there, which a number of you in this chat are, a number of you guys on the panel are, hey, look, I'm a very, big person on independent creation, and I may not be doing actual reviews, but I will do spotlight articles about your projects. So feel free to reach out to me and tell me a little bit about your project. You can DM me on Twitter, and I'll go ahead and do a write-up about it, and we'll give it some background and spotlight it, and it'll be right in the comics section on the site, and people can go and read about that. And that's the way that I think, since I can't back as many books as I'd like to, that's definitely a way that I can support everybody around the community, because I'm a big believer in independence. Any independent project, whether it's Comicsgate or outside Comicsgate, if you're an independent creator, hey, look, I'm here to help you. People get eyes on you.
Yeah, I'm here to help everybody, but if your project sucks,
Well,
go hit
yeah,
me up, but I don't want to have to turn you down.
I mean, yeah, if it's god awful, then it's.
Yeah, George is a pretty awesome dude. That's definitely for sure, man.
I'm a humble guy.
George Peter Gatsis has, I've been friends with him now for a little bit, and I'll tell you, George has been absolutely awesome to me. He's given me advice, he's given me guidance, and he is a wonderful dude. I will say that. Very solid friend. And George, I appreciate you, buddy.
Shucks.
But is the giant dong bit true?
I don't know, man.
I couldn't attribute to that. That's why I left that alone.
Well, Sween seems to know.
Yeah, man.
He must be an authority on it. Don't want to know why. Don't want to know how.
Well, so much living the life of a recluse.
Yeah, once that gets out there, people aren't going to leave you alone.
Yeah, I know. Hey, gosh.
Everybody's gonna be like hitting you up in the DMs. Yeah. So they're gonna want the pictures. You're gonna have to like send all the pictures. Yeah, all right. So Red. So why don't you give us the elevator pitch here for Sunsworn?
Alrighty, man. Yeah, we're bringing back space fantasy. As we all know, a lot of our favorite franchises have kind of gone down the shitter. Our souls have been crushed. And instead of rolling over and taking it, we can do something else. We can create our own. So that's what we're doing with Sunsworn here. Basically, what you're going to see is a flourishing galaxy that comes under the grip of a universal tyrant, and things go awry. You're going to have. I like to preach on the character development of both villains and heroes in this because I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to see a lot of that throughout. I have a total of actually 6 books planned. Not all written out, of course, but outlined. And this is just the very first chapter in an exciting story. It's going to bring you back, man. That's what I'm all about. Because, I'm writing it for myself as much as everybody else. I was writing this before I had any plans of going anywhere with it, just because I really, really, really want to bring back good stories, especially in the space fantasy genre, because that's really lacking right now.
Well, the great thing, Red Gaze, that I like about this is it's a saga. It's a saga, man, and we don't have enough of those. We have these short, kind of mundane stories now, and bringing back a good old saga where the world is being built, characters are constantly evolving and developing. I mean, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I tried to do with the story as well, is make it so the characters have to develop. They have no choice. They're going to have to adapt to some new situations. Their lives are going to be changed forever. And you're just kind of coming in at the beginning stages of that.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this Red Case because dude, it sounds like you're building an awesome saga here.
Definitely. And it's it's already been somewhat built, because this developed from a role-playing game world that I developed like 15 years ago. So is that
what you call it, a role-playing world?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
not what she called it. No,
listen, she can call it whatever she wants as long as she participates.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's the roots of this. That's where it came from, and
thanks, Wayne. That's fucking great to hear, brother. You're a fucking righteous dude, man. I can't, again, oddity. I want to freaking have it, man. Finish the book so I can have it. I'm sorry, Red. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're all good. Yeah, I was just saying that's the roots of it. I mean, this world has been built for some time. It's just now expanding and it's growing, and new characters have been made for this. Obviously, I don't know if anybody's ever done tabletop role playing here, but that's a really good way to reinforce creativity because it's all improv. One person builds the entire world, depending on how you do it. Some people use preset worlds. I've never done that, but yeah, the whole thing is it's kind of like a one long adventure. Choose your own adventure.
Yeah, the closest thing I can remember to that was when I had a dungeon master who built it on the fly.
Yeah, that's always interesting too. That's fun to do. But yeah, the improv I think really helps kind of force creativity out of people, whether they want it or not. So, after 23 years of that, yeah, you learn how to tell stories, you learn how to appreciate good stories, and you learn how to spot shit.
You learn how to spot shit before you step in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to know. I'm just trying, that's a well used feature in life, because cleaning the shoe after that.
Yeah, it gets all up in the tread. You gotta go in there with like a popsicle stick or a Q-tip. It gets messy.
Yeah, it is, and then just even using a popsicle stick or whatever, you still have to hose it down because it's not like you get the crusties off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the smell sticks around forever.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Especially if you track it in, then you're like, where the hell is that coming from?
Right. So the best option is to not step in the shit to begin with.
Yes.
Get away from Star Wars. That shit. Come to Sunsworn.
No, there you go. Yeah,
Right on.
absolutely.
Right on.
Yeah, I hear that that Star Wars is no longer focusing on the big screen, which it's going to be like Disney Plus and comics and stuff like that moving forward.
I think that's what they're going to do. They have to find, they have to completely rebuild from the ground up now. I mean, they have no choice. They literally, blew up the whole thing. So they have to go and rebuild from the ground up. The Mandalorian's probably the start of that. And then whatever other Disney Plus shows that they come out with, and I think they'll wind up dipping their toe back in the water about 2022 as far as the movie.
Yeah, you know what cracks me up is that they're so desperate to try and like fix the fucking movies in retrospect that they keep trying to put out articles and information about like backstory that
I know.
I'm like, it's like you already fucked it up. You know what I mean? It's
The
movie's out. The movie's out. It's been done.
Yeah, I actually did a video on that because I kept seeing like article after article after article. Star Wars explains this. Star Wars explains that. This is what they actually meant. No, if you got to do that, then you fucked up. You fucked up in the first place. You failed. Try again.
Right, and then now you're bringing it to everybody's attention for the people that didn't believe that you fucked up. Now you're like showing them that you fucked up. It's like, yeah, we got it. We didn't communicate it right during the movie. So since we fucked up, here's what we actually meant.
Yeah,
it's like you had a large degree of people fooled, and now you removed the veil because they're fucking idiots.
Hey, Red Gates, did you see today that apparently can't use like certain products anymore? Land O'Lakes butter apparently is now considered racist, so they're changing their logo.
No, I have not heard that. That's
Land
unfortunate. I have Land O'Lakes in my fridge right now. I'm a racist.
Land O'Lakes has been up for sale for like 2 years.
Yeah, well, they're apparently changing the logo now because I guess somebody bitched that it's racist.
Oh my god.
Or they finally sold and somebody's just
so like I'm just like, are you kidding? I saw that come across my Twitter. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
So how is it Land O'Lakes butter is racist? How does that work?
The racist caricature of a Native American. That's what they I believe was what they said.
It's just a drawing of a Native American. I mean, there's nothing exaggerated. You know what I mean? There's nothing exaggerated. There's nothing strange about it. It's just.
I know. I mean, I don't know. When is this madness going to stop, man? I mean, who are they coming for next? Are they going to come for Aunt Jemima?
They already did that.
Yeah.
They already did that. They already went after Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
God.
And Mrs. Butterworth too. They went after Mrs. Butterworth. They actually redesigned the way Mrs. Butterworth looked.
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude. Holy shit, yeah. I remember that. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're gonna come out and say the Kool-Aid Man is somehow like offensive.
the Brawny Man is offensive. He's too male toxic apparently.
Wow.
Let's see. There was
Country Crock. We're coming for you.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's like people see this is what I look at like this. All right. Apparently, life has gotten too easy because people have time to fuck with this stupid shit.
Right. Time to even think about it. Who thinks about this shit?
I know. Like who sits around all day like, oh my god, Aunt Jemima pisses me off.
Yeah, who's gonna have you got anxiety about fucking something that doesn't even bother you? Like I mean, okay, I understand how like some people are all butthurt, but here's the funny thing. Like, okay, so like I actually speak with a lot of Native Americans because my ex, is adopted by a Native American father. You know what I mean? He's actually the elder in his tribe. So like they laugh at all that fucking bullshit racism stuff because they don't care. You know what I mean? They're like what? I mean, it's culture. You know what I mean? That's how things looked. You know what I mean? It's that they're not mocking it. They're just using it as an icon. What's wrong with that? Why would you want to take that away? You know what I mean? And I could understand if they're mocking it. You know what I mean? That then complain, but they don't. Not even the Washington Redskins is a mock. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
the funny thing, it's funny you mentioned that, Drew, because over here, because I kind of live near Cleveland.
yeah,
we had
the Indians, right?
we had that going on for years with the Indians, and like every year, I would go to ball game or something. There'd be like the same 10, 12 people out there protesting, that it was the mascot was racist and this and that. But the funny thing is they weren't even Native American. Right. like 90% of those 10 people, there was maybe one person that was loosely Native American, and the rest of them were like white people. And it was just, I would chuckle all the time, but they would always be out there like every year doing that. And then finally, for some reason, this was like 2 years ago, they wound up, the team wound up changing the logo from, Chief Wahoo to the Block C. And I was really pissed about that because they took nearly 100 years of, team tradition and threw it out the window because, the cancel culture came for them on Twitter. And it's like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. And that's just, you've got just people bitching about stuff I don't even think they believe the shit that they're bitching about. They're just
how could they? I mean, look, this is very revealing to me. Like, okay, when all that stuff was going on about the Washington Redskins, right? Like the organizations that were the loudest about it, they were Native American, people. However, they specifically have a business, nonprofit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That opposes all kinds of poor treatment to Native Americans. So they're trying to make a noise to get money. So it's not even about what they really believe. It's not even about any kind of integrity, because again, you're putting you say Redskins, but I mean it's not I mean that is not really a racist term. It's like calling me white boy.
Well, it's like you said though, Drew. You hit it spot on. If you go to any reservation, there's people that are rocking the old school Cleveland Indians gear, Kansas City.
Yeah, they fucking love it, right?
Washington Redskins gear. They consider it like a badge of honor. A symbol of pride. Like, hey, look, we're representing.
I mean, obviously not all of them. I mean, some of them are butthurt, but for the majority, you are correct. The majority, they think that's awesome. Because it's not degrading Native Americans in any way at all. It's actually glorifying them. You know what I mean? And so it's the people that have a vested interest financially that speak out against that or gin people up about that. The people that are probably protesting that you saw protesting, they probably, were only protesting because Planned Parenthood was closed,
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, it's goofy, man. It's really goofy.
It is goofy, but the good news is I think a lot of people are beginning to wake up to this shit. A lot of people have just had it. So I think you're going to see it decline a little bit. I mean, I think it has already a touch.
Well, I attribute this movement to I parallel this to like the 60s. You know what I mean? How like the whole, burn your bra, female, the feminist movement, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I see this as like the next generation of that. Like another cycle.
But lazier.
Well, you got to think it's like it's the grandchildren of the hippies now.
Yeah,
are in college. You know what I mean? So it's a very detached generation. They see their parents as whatever. Most of the hippies realized that fucking they were sick of being poor. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so they got a fucking job and started paying money. They wanted to support their kids. They had to pay the bills. They realized you can't just be on drugs all the time. And you know what I
Well,
mean?
well, this I hate this this sort of I guess it's funny because there's a lot of people that have actually carved it out as an occupation for themselves as professional victim.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I hate the fact that our culture got to this where it's like, that people can actually make money as a professional victim.
But
It's like,
that's why I parallel it to it, because in the 60s, actually like early 60s is when it started, because it started actually with before it was the feminist movement, it was actually the civil rights movement. And then
Mhm.
there were leaders in the civil rights movement that monetized the civil rights movement. Doesn't mean that they didn't believe in what they were saying, but they were making a lot of money on it. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
sure. You
Yeah.
know,
And then so that business model kind of like also during the hippie movement, you know what I mean? A lot of hippies were making a lot of money. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't realize how they were making money. There was t-shirts being sold. There was, all kinds of little stickers, and just what seems at now seems like, oh yeah, that's nothing. But at that time, that was a
oh,
big
sure.
business.
Because
You know what I mean?
a dollar went a longer way.
Right.
So sure, and the thing is like you've got you got people now though that I talk about these movements because what started with some nobility to it and legitimate gripes has now turned they've gone from equality movements to superiority movements.
Yeah.
They've been really hijacked by people that really and truly are just more
Well,
like
you could be specific about it. Like, okay, so like I can contribute to I can point to certain moments in time.
uh-huh.
One is Proposition 8 in California,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like before Proposition 8, the whole like gay marriage thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But before that, there was not really any like loud political gay movement yet. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And then because of the way Proposition 8 handled their promotion, right? They got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of backlash. And what happened was the conflict, right, created a lot of anger and hostility between. So then you had, and then again, a lot of people who, I mean, and don't, no one get any idea that I'm against homosexuality. All my sister's a lesbian. It's whatever. I'm not gay, but I don't care if you are. But so like gays, no worries, dude. No, so just
Yeah, just don't disparage the gays community. That's all I ask.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, but my point is that because the homosexual community, since they don't have as much children, they don't, they tend to like have a lot more money in the community. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just in general, and that money has been filtered into politics in a big fat way back from Proposition 8 era. Right. And that's just one example of like these movements realizing that they can make a big noise now because, there are people that have money in these movements.
Yeah, but there is also the thing, Drew, where a lot of these movements have also been like hijacked by really hardcore extremist Marxist politics as well, because
Everybody uses the words Marxist, but it's like I actually read Karl Marx's book.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen anybody anywhere actually emulate Marxism. You know what I mean? So it's just I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but I mean it's like one of those things. I mean I understand people like extreme socialism, that I understand. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, Marxism was flawed at the core. You know what I mean? Nobody actually practiced it.
But there's definitely, like I said, a superiority thing going on, because like even the way that I think the feminist movement got hijacked to what it is now from where it was,
it's not the same. To be a feminist, it meant that you believed in female equality. Like you know what I mean? And now, a feminist movement is somehow we have to like castrate the men, turn them into women so that we can be equal. Since women can't find, I guess, since they can't bring themselves to the level of men, they have to bring men
Or
down.
there's some of them that take it to the next level and say just get rid of men altogether. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, some of them do say that.
It's crazy.
I feel bad for them because obviously some guy fucking they had a crush on or whatever, fucked their buddy or something.
Yeah. All right, later, Sim. You take care of yourself, buddy. But yeah, it's funny.
That's controversial. I have no fears of like admitting to the fact that I'm a little sexist, and I never. I mean, here's the thing: is like my sexist opinions are not like based on like any kind of unfairness. It's actually perception. I was raised by my mother. My mother was an attorney. She's a strong woman. I'm attracted to strong women. You know what I mean? I believe in female equality. I just don't believe that false equality. You know what I mean? That's the issue I have. False equality where a woman is saying that it's equal, but it's not.
No.
Because it's like, oh yeah, it's equal. He pays for dinner and all this stuff, and he's always filling the gas tank for me and all this kind of stuff. But it's equal.
Hey, look, I was brought up the right way. My dad was away on business a lot and whatnot. When I was younger, he had to. He had a lot of stuff to do. I spent a lot of time around my mom and my grandma. I was raised to do right by women. I appreciate strong women. I'm a gentleman. I was raised in the era of chivalry. We all were. A lot of us, because we're all in that general age group, we're raised to have respect. We were raised in that era. We know what's up. But this bullshit now, I mean, you got women like coming and shitting all over us because we're just the way that we are. We're just guys. We're normal fucking guys, and they can't handle that for some reason. It's like Jesus Christ, lady. I just looked across the room at you, and you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm a creeper," and it's like or
That's all it takes.
I walked up and said hello to you.
With that red gaze, staring at them.
That's right. That's right.
but I mean, it's shit like that. But it's like, my God, it's like they're paranoid as fuck now. Like you can't even go and strike up a conversation with somebody without, as a guy worrying about like, holy shit, is this fucking chick gonna me too me for saying hello? I mean,
make sure you have your consent app downloaded, by the way.
Yeah, you gotta have your comebacks ready. That's all you gotta do.
Well,
so like if she acts weird, you just be like, "Oh, hey, look, bitch, you're not that hot,"
Well, there's a thing from that I always loved, that I kind of keep in my back pocket. There's a line from an old Ghetto Boys song. It says, you think your pussy's made of gold? Well, it's not. You couldn't get a dime for it at the pawn shop, and that's true. That's exactly fucking true. You ain't
behind the pawn shop, she can get that $20.
That's like that's like at the end of the day, look, honey, you ain't no better than me. So just step to the back. I mean, it's just
well, the thing is, I don't have any problem with women, being equal, women even having women even like excelling beyond men. None of that bothers me at all. I just don't like it to be unfair.
Yeah, it's based on merit.
Well, yeah, it's like you don't have to try and handicap us so you guys can actually get ahead. It's like
just be better.
Yeah, just be better. And here's the thing, right? In sales, right? You put a woman with a fucking rock hard fucking body, long legs, and a short skirt and a low cut top. She's gonna fucking sell the shit out of anything.
Yeah.
How do you think those waiters feel at the end of the night?
Which we got
they're counting their tips.
We have a great segue for that, Drew, because maybe we should kind of give people a little reveal on what that sickest queen section of the site is going to be about.
Wow. Yeah, we are going to have a hot chick model cosplay section. Yeah, where we're going to have a monthly winner of I guess a hot chick contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
we're bringing back the fucking pinup girl, guys.
yeah, pretty
That's
much.
it in a nutshell. We're gonna have goddamn sickest queen of the fucking month, and that's how it's gonna work.
Yeah, it's
You
going to be
know?
a voting system, and they'll submit their images and all that kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
going to be cool. Yeah, gallery style contest. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That should be fun. That should be fun.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
gonna be fun, because we're gonna take everything up to tasteful nudity. We're not going full on hustler. We're not gonna have like the broad spread eagle, but
Well, we gotta be careful because we don't want to have the parental lockdowns on us.
right, exactly.
We don't want cyber nanny to get us and put us on their list. But
Yeah.
anything,
So
anything shy of that, yeah,
we'll get a chick rocking a nice like mini skirt tight top, or a chick rocking a nice lingerie set, something like that. It'll be good to go.
2 quarters and a feather.
But see, do C2? He loves that idea. Hail pinup girls. You damn right, buddy.
Yeah, anybody with sense does.
Yeah. You like that idea, Gaze, huh?
Oh yeah. I got absolutely nothing against pinup girls. Bring it on.
George, what do you think about that, buddy?
That's cool.
That's my man right there, boy. There you go.
So let's go over your tiers real fast, Red. Let's see.
Sure, man.
You got the featured tier, which is the full Sunsworn experience. What is the full Sunsworn experience?
That is the novel in conjunction with the visual companion, which is just kind of a compilation of different art from different artists who are contributing to this to more or less give you a feel for the universe itself. Since obviously nobody knows much about this other than myself, it might be a good idea to have like a visual introduction with some commentary as well. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Star Wars Essential Guides from back in the day.
Yes.
They just kind of talk about like weapons or planets or the timeline. This is kind of like a miniaturized version of that with all in one. It'll give you a sense of the timeline, a galaxy map, and just art. From the character, you'll get some explanation on characters, settings, planets, equipment, starships, all that kind of good stuff.
So do I if I threw in an extra $10, Red Gaze, would I get access to your private Snapchat and your
but there might be a hand job in it for you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure you'd want access to all that.
would I get back hugs and
back kisses for sure?
Oh, nice. There we go.
Okay, so and the visual companion only is one option there.
Yep,
Yeah.
just the visual companion.
Yeah, then you have the novel only.
Mhm.
And then you have the Twin Suns, which is
It's 2 copies of each, 2 copies of the novel and 2 copies of the visual companion.
okay.
Nice.
That's pretty easy to explain.
Yep.
All right, then for the Union, what is for the Union?
This is the military tier. So I noticed with a lot of military tiers, it's just like $5 for the military, but I didn't want to make people buy twice. So in this tier, you'll get a copy of the novel and the visual companion for yourself, and then $4 will be donated to the military via the USO.
That's cool.
for the novels.
Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to donate to the military, but my book has nudity in it, so I can't.
Oh, do they not allow that?
Yeah, it's against the rules.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, the soldiers all have Playboy and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But the service that delivers it to the soldiers, they're being a little bit more specific, I think, because they just it's because the soldiers have different. Some of them are very conservative, some of them are very religious. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Gotcha. So they scour the content and they're like, nope.
Well, no, they actually just have like a list of things, and and pornography is considered one of them. Even though my book isn't pornography, but nudity is frowned upon, from what I understand. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't have too many hard soldiers running around, I guess.
Yeah. They can break something, they fall down.
Put an eye out with that thing.
Yeah. It's like, get out of my foxhole. You're talking about the hole in the ground, or no?
That'd be the fucks hole.
The fucks hole. What's for the future?
That's very similar to the military tier, except for the 4 novels will be donated to libraries instead.
Oh, okay. Now, how many pages is the novel?
It's going to be what I can guarantee is over 300. On the 3rd draft right now, I'm still gutting it a bit. As it stands right now, I think it's in the neighborhood of 340, 350. So I didn't want to overpromise and say it's going to be 350 when I'm still gutting and rewriting some scenes. So definitely be over 300 plus. Yes.
Yeah, the ballpark of 300. I got you. All right, and then these are tiers that are gone. All right.
Yep. I was actually thinking about adding one more character tier. I may or may not do that. Also, Vinny's doing some sketches to add to the campaign as well. So look forward to those shortly.
And then here on the campaign, you have some artwork about characters.
Yeah, this is what some pages from the visual companion will look like.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, you'll get that's narwhal art right there. And yeah, like a brief description of the characters, what they're about, some of them. And I threw together a little bit of kind of making of art as well, because I don't know. I think a lot of people are into that. I know I'm into that. So that's kind of what this is right here. Just kind of like the evolution of this character, because this was the first concept art ever made of Aster Sunsworn.
I got you. Now, is his name Sunsworn?
Yes, that's a family name. It's kind of like a legacy family. They're very well respected, and that's where the name of the series comes from.
All right. So are they like is her the legacy name Sunsworn? Does it have any kind of like meaning to their family legacy? Like, are they like dedicated to like the sun as their god, or how does that work? I mean, is there anything like that?
No, they're very dedicated to the Astral Union, which is the governing body in the galaxy that you'll be introduced to first. They're it's a long line of Astral Templars. That's kind of their thing. It's a military family sort of thing. That's what they all strive to achieve, that because the Astral Templars are like the best of the best of the Union Defense Force. So very few are chosen, and there's been a Sunsworn of every generation. So
it's just too easy to like make fun of the word astral. Astral.
Astral, yes. But yeah, it's a legacy name in that the name is so well known throughout the galaxy now. It's basically become an ideal more so than a name.
I got you. Okay.
So you kind of know it's almost like a Superman type thing. When there's a Sunsworn involved, everything's going to be okay.
or like the name Skywalker in Star Wars.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, nice. Like by the time you get around to the Star Wars fucking it up, everybody knows who Skywalker is.
Right. Including Rey now.
Right. Yeah. Apparently. She's a faker. All right. So Sarath, is that correct?
Sarath, yes. He's one of the villains in the book. He's one of the characters who's going to go through and experience a lot of growth throughout the series. And by the 3rd novel, he'll really be into his own. And you'll just kind of discover what he's about. In this one, you get an introduction. You start to see his story begin. But by the 3rd book in the series, you're going to understand what he's really all about.
He carries a very large butter knife. Okay, now the War Hulk is obviously a spaceship.
Yeah, these are starships. That's kind of like the large destroyer, more or less. Like, this is what they send in to really take care of business, and also houses lots of fighters and whatnot to deploy.
Nice.
Okay. And then the Eclipse and the Haze.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the Eclipse is Vorath's personal ship. He is a Dark Templar. He's not involved in the Astral Union per se. He's kind of part of a shadow organization that operates side by side with the Astral Union that not a lot of people know about. And he heads that up, but he's also called upon for kind of discreet missions that the people aren't supposed to be aware of.
Okay.
And I'm sorry?
Discreet missions. So like, that's obviously like, special forces kind of shit, right?
Even deeper than special forces kind of shit in this one. I don't want to give too much of that away because that there's a lot of it's deep in the plot.
I'm trying to get the scoop here, man.
No.
You don't know.
Oh, man.
All right, so then let's see here. Then we got your stretch goals, and your first one has been reached. All backers receive a free Sunsworn bookmark. And you
Yes,
said that's
sir.
going to be the Vinny art, right?
Yes.
And then your next stretch goal is at 6,000, and that's going to be a free Sunsworn sticker.
Yes, sir.
And then 2 pages. You've already decided all your stretch goals already. Let's see.
Yeah, I worked it up pretty far. I wanted to every so often I wanted to throw in 2 more pages for the visual companion because I'd like to pack that as full as possible.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
So then at the 10K, you get all backers receive a free print of the cover art. And then there we go. The audio version at 15K. This is where this needs to get because no one's going to read it. No one's going to read a book like in one sitting, but they'll probably listen to the whole thing. So
yeah, that's what a lot of people are hoping for, and yeah, obviously I'm hoping for that as well. But yeah, I'll be reading that as well.
It's just because like it's hard to sit down and read a book, especially for me because my eyes are tired.
Mr. Radio Voice over here, Red Gates, the radio voice. I like it.
Well, you know, I was never even aware of this. Like through my whole life, you know, I'm old now. No one my whole life said, "Hey, you got a really good voice.
No,
you
dude,
should do something with that." You know, when you hear your own voice, you don't really hear it and you don't really like it. So I had no idea. And then I started doing YouTube videos, and everybody's like, "Hey, man, you got a really good voice." I'm like, "Well, who the hell knew?"
Well, listen, Red Gaze. I'm old now. I'm 46, man. I was born in 74. I'm getting to be like up there, but yeah, it's funny. Like you have a voice for radio, dude. Trust me. I went to my
started having a face for radio.
Yeah, my
well, I got one of those too.
my associate's degree is in broadcast communications, so.
Yeah, you know, if you were put on, you know, a campaign for some toilet paper, a couple of paper clips, and some pencils, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, coming up in June.
There we go.
The toilet paper tier.
Yeah, I real quick, gents. I gotta probably bounce because it's just after 8, and I actually have something coming up at 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna have to bid y'all farewell. But thanks for letting me be on the stream and everything. And man, it's awesome hanging out with you guys. It really is.
Cool, man. Good seeing you, Drew.
Likewise.
Take care, brother, man. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, chat, and much love. Hail to everyone in the chat. Hail to the panel. Red Gaze, I'll talk to you soon, brother, and I'll continue to get the word out. Shoot me a nice overview and everything of Sunsworn, and I'll do a feature on that too.
Sure, man. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And George, I'll probably talk to you soon, and Drew, I'll talk to you soon.
Definitely, man.
Absolutely.
All right, take it easy.
Oh, man. Take care.
See you, brother. Yeah, he's good people. I met him on Orville Nation's channel. They were interviewing me about Captain Love, and he was there, and we just hit it off. So he's a cool dude.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know, he writes for Bounding Into Comics. So he didn't say that, but you know what I mean, while he was here. But he actually writes still for Bounding Into Comics. So, and then so that's kind of like a little bit of clout as far as the comic book industry goes. So,
right, yeah, one of the good guys.
One of the good guys, right? So, everybody, if you have a few nickels to rub together, why don't you give them to Red to rub together for you? And
Trump bucks, bring in those Trump bucks.
Yeah, and back Sunsworn, Edge of the Nile. You know that they announced today in the news that Trump bucks ran out, right?
Oh, really? No,
yeah,
I hadn't seen that. I haven't looked at the news at all today. I'm so tired of the news.
The Trump bucks ran out already. I thought that was funny.
Oh man, that blows.
Yeah. And then the Congress doesn't want they're fighting over like how to approach the next wave of drunk bucks and stuff like that.
Well, this is a perfect storm, eh? I mean,
Yeah.
they are literally printing new money, and all economists say if you're going to flood the market with more money, you're going to create inflation, and you're going to cheapen the value of the dollar. But the thing is, they're pumping the market with new money, but inflation's not going to happen because everyone's still in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
So
Well, what I'm afraid of, what I'm afraid is going to happen is economics 101. All these people, all these jobs have left the scene. You know what I mean? Now there are a lot of people who have, who are like large scale people who had these jobs, who offered the jobs to the people, who have found ways to keep their revenue going without these jobs. You know what I mean? So because they've discovered new ways to turn a buck, these jobs aren't going to be there for them when all this is over. You know what I mean? And that's going to happen to a lot of people. And it's also there's no way that the economy is going to come back quick. You know what I mean? Like for instance, restaurants, all these people that they're not gonna have an immediate rush of people coming in because most people right now are living on their savings, living on their credit, living on an unemployment, which is not enough. So everybody's money is going away. People are getting broke. I mean, they have epic long lines on the food facilities. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We are in depression level soup kitchen stage right now, and people don't want to say we're in a depression because technically we're still in a recession. It hasn't gone long enough to be a depression, but if we keep this lockdown through the month of May, I don't see how we could avoid being in a depression after that.
Yeah. I mean, the sad thing is it's self-imposed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's like the thing about a depression is it's going to fuck everybody. But the economics, the whole inflation, but we never have any deflation. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a problem. You know what I mean? Because like that right there can only go so far before it collapses on itself every once in a while, which is why we have our little recessions. You know what I mean? But then we still have the last few recessions, since the 87, we've been pumping money in to the larger corporations who cause the recessions, right?
Yeah.
So everybody who fucking causes the problem doesn't pay for it. Everybody else pays for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this has happened ever since 1987. Since the stock market crashed in 87, this has been the approach. And what happens is the people never learn their lessons, and then because of the way that the economy works, when all the money is yanked out like that and the prices go down, but prices don't go down at the grocery store very much, but they go down a lot at the banking level, right? So then all these rich guys capitalize in a big fat way and take another big huge piece of the pie. So there's less left over, which is why they got to do quantitative easing, because there's not enough money to go around. The banks don't even have enough money to give to people because it's being hoarded, and this is a bad economic state. I mean, I'm all for capitalism. I'm all down for capitalism, but when capitalism goes to the place where where you're preventing other people from making money so that you can so that you can have more money, you know what I mean? It's like, no, that's not fair competition. That's not true capitalism. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. So so eventually what happens when that business model, goes forward long enough, we end up having something happen like a pandemic. And then we show that we actually don't have a stable economy. The fundamentals of our economy are weak as shit, because something like this can make all these people lose their jobs. It can totally fuck everyone. I mean, there's so many like factories that are closed right now. Those people have lost their health care. They've lost their paycheck. You know what I mean? They're going to food banks for food, and they don't know when this is going to end. I mean, they have no idea when this is going to end. So they've lost all hope, and
no, there's no end in sight, and unemployment is disgustingly behind.
Yes, it's disgustingly behind, and it may end up not having the money. You know what I mean? There may be especially since Trump is president right now, he may not borrow money for unemployment. You know what I mean? He may decide not to borrow money for unemployment. He'd be saying, we're out.
Well, but I mean, who do we normally borrow from? China. I don't think we're on the greatest terms with China right now.
But we don't really borrow from China. What we do is we sell bonds, and China buys them up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know, the good thing about what's happened so far, from another perspective, is that with all this destruction of the economy and people losing their jobs and getting stuck, you know, in a dead zone of economics, this is considered the high point of the Obama era, technically.
Well, the Obama era has been over. I mean, Trump has been in office 3 years. It's his now.
Yeah. It's like 2016 all over again. Trump has to recreate the economy.
Yeah, I think he's saying it's comparable to the high point in the Obama administration.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, it's going to be a disaster because I don't see where, okay, like listening to Trump talk, I don't think he has the understanding of economics well enough to do that, which would explain why he has had so many businesses go bankrupt. You know what I mean? He may have people working with him that can pull up the slack. You know what I mean? Hopefully. But you know, I don't have a whole lot of faith in from just what I've seen. Based on what I've seen alone, I don't have a whole lot of faith in them being able to pull this off. So like what probably could happen is if they can't fix this shit, we could end up being on lockdown well into the election. You know,
that's what the Democrats are trying to do.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
I doubt that would be the plan because again, it makes all the politicians suffer, you know, for that.
But whoever's sitting in the president's chair is usually the one that gets the finger pointed at them.
This is true. Yes. And you know, it's like for instance, you know, the like the whole month of February, there was like almost no activity, and the entire time this was known it was going to happen. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of ball dropping going on, and it's not, you can't say it's all Trump. You know what I mean? A lot of it is people that Trump put into position. You know what I mean? And a lot of it is, you know, like shifting jobs around in the you know, the administration itself. You know, like, this is your responsibility now, and we cut this, so it's your responsibility. But these people don't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that kind of shit going on, and it you know, it's just, you know, that kind of stuff works in corporations when you run lean and mean, but I don't think government works well that way. So, you know, I mean, it's like I don't like big government, but I don't like, you know, starving government either. You know what I mean? So,
totally.
Because I mean, you know, there are reasons for a lot of things. Like okay, as far as the society, the better that everyone does, the better the more there is for everybody. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want. We're getting too political.
Yeah. The biggest thing I want to see, and it'll never happen, but the biggest thing I want to see is term limits for everybody. There should be no 30-year fucking politicians.
Oh my God! Yes,
I agree.
Absolutely.
I think 2 runs for Senate, which gives them a whole possible 12 years, is fair.
Yep, I'm down with that.
However, I do think that congressmen should get more than 2 runs because they only go every 2 years. You know what I mean? So congressmen themselves, House representatives, they should probably get maybe 4 runs, give them up to 8 years, maybe 10, 5 runs, something like that. You know what I mean? Because it takes a long time to build up momentum to get something done.
Right. And then no more lifetime paychecks either. You know, get a job like everyone else.
Why would they even need a paycheck after that? They fucking all kinds of fucking insider fucking stock trading and all kinds of shit like that.
Well, did you hear how many a lot of Democrats dumped their investments and cashed out just before the news hit?
It wasn't just Democrats. In fact, if you go through all the names, it's like 5-1 Democrats versus Republicans. Republicans did it more, but they all did it. I mean, a lot of them did it. You know what I mean? And some high profile Democrats got hassled, like what's her fucking
Pelosi?
Fine. No, Pelosi actually didn't, but Feinstein did.
Feinstein with the Chinese spy for a limo driver.
Right.
Oh, that woman's awful. I think we can agree there's corrupt assholes on both sides. In fact, the vast majority is probably corrupt assholes. But yeah, that's why we need term limits. We're going to need a good cleaning of house every now and then.
Well, the thing is what we need to have some laws in place to make ethics have a sharp edge. You know what I mean? Because all this all like the lack of caring about ethics is the problem. Like if like for instance, so like if you're gonna be a politician, right, and you're gonna actually do that, then it should be a true service. You know what I mean? So you're banned from life from being a lobbyist if you're gonna be an office holder. Simple as that. If you're going to hold office,
I'd be down with that too.
You're banned from life from being any kind of lobbyist.
I think lobbyists, period, should be banned.
No, I also agree that I feel like no. Let me rephrase that. I don't feel like lobbyists should be banned. I feel like lobbyists as an industry should be banned.
Yeah.
Like if you have your own corporation and you hire a full-time guy in your company who does nothing but try and get attention of a politician, you know what I mean, about something, I think that's okay. You know what I mean? Because you're paying the guy full time to work for you, and his job is for your interests as your company. You know what I mean? So he's just trying to do his job, trying to whatever. But like hiring a team of lobbyists, so you got like 100 lobbyists to just bombard all the fucking Congress and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then these lobbyists work not on just one project, but they got like 20 different things that they're lobbying for. So they're able to like say, oh, I want you to do this, and then I want you to do this, and because they have all this like stuff that they're lobbying for, they have more power and more influence. And no, fuck that. It's fucking toxic at that point. So.
If they remove or they outlaw the gifts and the payoffs from the lobbyists to,
they've already outlawed that, but they find ways around it.
Yeah, that's true. That's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, like homeboy will like, you know what? You have that book on for sale, right? How about we just buy 100,000 copies of that and distribute it amongst our employees? You know?
Yeah, I got it.
Right. Yeah, there's all kinds of ways to fucking cheat, and the thing is that kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that's because again, problem, Congress governs themselves, right? They make their own rules. They change the rules as they see fit. You know what I mean? Yeah. That kind of stuff shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? I think that if the Senate wanted to change the rules of the Senate, they should have to say a bill that passes in the Senate, goes to the House reviews it and says, you know what, we think that those are acceptable changes. They pass it, goes to the president, he signs it, just like any other fucking law.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
Not just like make your own fucking rules, drop the filibuster when it conveniently wants to. Oh, we want to fucking stack the courts now. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but you know what? Stacking the courts with conservative judges is the biggest fucking mistake ever, and it's going. I mean, it's going to blow up on us down the road. Mark my words. It is a bad idea to stack the courts with conservative judges. It's because they're going to have corporate interest over the little guy. They're going to have, religious leaning decisions versus what is supposed to be religious free decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but hold on a sec. It's liberal judges who allowed obvious murderers to walk, and that's insane.
Let the murderers walk. I think we hold too many people in prison. You know what I mean? We fucking, that's a fucking private economy now. And I think that it's actually fucking like seriously tragic as a society that we incarcerate so many people for such a long period of time, and we've turned it into a fucking profit center. I think that's disgusting.
Well, I kind of disagree with that. I say lock up the murderers and leave the people who have committed non-violent crimes walk.
Well, I say that, like, if the murderer has done their murder and they're not killing anybody else, you know what I mean? Then maybe lock them up. Maybe instead of locking them up, put them on some kind of course for retribution. You know what I mean? Like maybe they have to fucking, give half their paycheck to the fucking victims for the rest of their fucking life. You know what I mean? Something like that where it hurts more. Because here's the thing. I know a lot of guys, right, who fucking just go to jail because it's easy. Like,
oh heck yeah.
That's why they go to jail, because it's easy. And so and jail is just too easy, it's too cushy, and the fact that that people are getting encouraged to come back and be repeat offenders.
It was room and board, and food.
Someone will go to jail for fucking weed, you know what I mean? And then they'll fucking, come out of jail. But while they were in jail, they were turned into murderers. Then they come out and they fucking kill somebody, fucking shoot somebody in a fucking liquor store or something like that. Then they're back in jail for fucking murder. And that's not uncommon. That's the fucked up part.
Well, I see what you're saying, but the point is they shouldn't have been in jail in the first place for weed.
Oh, I agree, on that as well. You know what I mean? But my point is that it wouldn't be like, okay, like death row type of murders, the people that are just like socially unredeemable. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. People that need to be locked away because, they need to, but if we're locking somebody up, we need to have, like, they have to be really extreme. And then if we're going to do that, let's bring back the chain games and let's turn them into fucking a revenue center.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
Instead of turning the prison into a something that corporations can sell that the government doesn't control, fucking turn this into a revenue center. If fucking so the prisoners are paying for themselves, possibly the prison's making a profit off of the work on the back of the prisoner, and then that obviously goes back into the overall taxing, so that the average individual doesn't have to pay as much taxes.
Yeah, well, I think Rust makes a good point in the chat there.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't that institutional slavery at that point?
You know what? I actually am not opposed against debt slavery. So like people that fucking, run up a huge fucking debt and can never pay it, instead of going bankrupt, you know what I mean? Now there's some exceptions. Like if you're bankrupt because of medical bills, then that's another problem. You know what I mean? That's a whole different discussion. But like, say if you borrow a bunch of money and you never really had any intention of paying it back, one of two things should happen. You should go to jail and work that fucking money off, or you fucking, you're basically, belong to that person. Not like slave is an extreme, you know what I mean? People treat slaves bad, but like, like an employee doesn't get a paycheck. You know what I mean? Is, that kind of stuff. I'm not opposed to like that kind of like business philosophy as far as society goes. So like when people talk to me about slavery, I'm like, oh yeah, some slavery I'm not in agree with. Like back when you stole people from Africa, brought them over on boats, turned them into slaves. Yeah, I'm not cool with that. But back in like say ancient Jerusalem, where slaves were people that owed you money. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, you know what? You're in extreme debt. You're not meeting your debt. We're going to go talk to the the people in charge here, and then you're going to be put into my custody until you can pay me back. And it's like, and that made sense because then that person's working on their farm and they're doing stuff and they're feeding them, they're taking care of them. They, they're a lot of them, sometimes they're hungry or living off of spread scraps or whatever. It's abusive. Maybe there should be some rules to control all that. But I mean, you know what I mean? It's like the whole concept of slavery just being like outright, extreme in every scenario. I'm not an extremist like that. Everything's not so black and white. So. And neither is George's book here because it's in color.
Totally in color.
So George, tell us about Joe King.
Joe King.
After I set up the audience with like toxic politics.
Yes.
Everybody's like all quiet. They're like, Drew's fucking a slaver.
White slaver like George Lucas.
Here, share my screen. Let me walk you through it. That way, I can click quicker. Oh, you're sharing my screen already. Wow, you're fast on the draw there, aren't you? All right. Joe King is a bunch of characters that are band together and take on missions too trivial for real space detectives. Right now, I'm going to walk you through a whole bunch of great stuff that I have planned for the second campaign.
Try and keep it elevator pitchy so that we're not putting anybody to sleep.
Absolutely. The elevator pitch is that Joe ordered a pizza and somebody stole the planet Earth and set it on the far side of the universe, right in the path of a supernova. So now Joe and his gang have 120 minutes to solve an impossible mission before the pizza gets delivered. That's the elevator pitch. What does the story feel like? Well, the story feels like the Blues Brothers meets the Wrath of Khan. That's the story right there. I know. People
They're on a mission from Khan.
They're you got it.
We're on a mission from Khan.
That's right. And I get giggles and stuff. That's exactly what that reaction I'm looking for, the giggles, the laughs and everything. And I also wanted to get that kind of laughter into the side projects. For instance, the puzzle cards. I have here a bunch of puzzle cards that have been produced so far. Others are being created as we speak. This is Joe King and Mike Angerhausen's Mummy puzzle card. Here we go, Joe King and the Canadian Shield puzzle card. Here we go, Joe King and Captain Love.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, puzzle card. And Captain Love's backers are getting this too.
Yeah, the first 5,000 backers for Rise of the Pirate King get a copy of that. So
yes, and
5,000 backers, first backers in the $5,000. Sorry,
and I'm contemplating other awesome gifts too. And this gift is a gift to the campaign. There's no money, no cost to this trading card set that's going to be given to the Captain Love campaign. It's a gift for me, so that way it's all positive.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's everybody. Everybody's like, you're not just trying to profit off of people. You're being generous. That's awesome.
Yes, I am. I am a generous guy. This is Joe King and Cecil. This is one of the two cards. Here's Joe King and Donald DeLay. Oh, and this was a beauty. I tried my best to do Kyle Ritter colors and stuff like that. I don't know if I ever even got anywhere close, but Donald, I contacted Donald DeLay. Funny story. I contacted him and I said, do you have time? He goes, no, man, I'm really, really busy. I go, well, okay, then would you happen to have any art that you haven't used just kicking around? And he gave me this art. And I colored it and I put Joe in the monster's mouth.
Sweet.
I just lucked out. Joe and Door Kickers. This is an awesome piece here. I mean, the seriousness of the military and Joe King here, backing him up with all these power ups from different games and stuff like that. I mean, it's beautiful. And Joe King and Grayscale. This is a funny one. Joe's got his hands in the cookie jar.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, and he's making a run for it.
Yeah, and he's running hella funny. I love how you have comedy in his actions.
Yeah. Joe and Johnny Law. This is the latest card that I put together. I tried to do the gag is that every artist that I contact, every creator I contact, I would say, just and give me what you got. I'll create a narrative around it. This one was a little challenging, and I thought, hey, you know what? We can do a Batman kind of narrative. Spotlight against the wall. And here's Joe King and Narwhal, one of Narwhal's characters there.
Right.
They're being attacked by a couple of robots. And Joe and Nathan Masters. Nathan Masters, one of the oldest comic skaters around. There's a little tag here: Monster Eatery, all you can eat buffet, a reservation for 2. And they're being attacked by the sushi. And we're done with that. But this is the website. Before we move on, actually, let's go straight to the campaign. Joe King saving everyone again for the first time. And this is the campaign. I'll be launching this campaign as soon as I get the last few packages to the backers, and I'm just waiting for this whole situation in our society to clear up a little, because I don't want the packages to be lost in the mail. Even if they are registered mailed, I've actually put a package in the mail and it got lost. And it took me a couple of weeks to figure out something's going wrong, and then it took me a couple of more weeks to confirm it got lost in the mail. So the first packages for Joe King versus the world's greatest average hero, there's so much original art in each package, I can't afford to lose it in the mail at all. It's irreplaceable. But the moment the last person gets their package in the mail, this is the campaign. Oversized trading cards, a ship figurine, as you can see here. And this is going to be the sweetest campaign I can muster. It's all going to be delivered in a binder, just like the first campaign. And also, the interesting thing is that in this campaign, everyone who signs up for the mailing list right now, before I go live, will get the extreme discount on all the perks, all the tiers, even ones that I create during the campaign. All the extreme discounts will come to the people who sign up on the mailing list. The spaceship, right now I am working, trying to figure out whether it's going to be a 12-inch in length or 18-inch in length. I'm not sure yet. It depends on the type of plastics I'm going to be using and what's available. Specifically because the world economy is on the downturn. The plastic supplies are short, which means the value of the plastics are going to raise in price. So that's why I'm debating. I haven't confirmed which size it's going to be, 12-inch or 18-inch.
Right, but there's going to be one. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, there is going to be one, absolutely. If the plastic supply is going to be more expensive to buy in bulk, then it's going to be the 12-inch. But if I buy in bulk and it's not going to be as expensive, then it's going to be the 18-inch. It's the economics that will determine the size of the spaceship. But this spaceship is going to be something you can put on your shelf for sure. Now,
fantastic.
This book is going to be 120 pages. It's let me go back here. The book is going to be 120 pages. You can see some of the insides of the first book, the trading cards, samples, and stuff like that, the art. And each page represents a minute reading. 120 pages, 2 hours. The challenge is going to be, can you read the book in 2 hours? Every page is a minute. Say you're on page 46. That's minute 46 in the story. And the first story had 4 different narratives throughout the book. As an example, there was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
What you're talking over people right now. I mean, they're not going to be able to like they're not going to be able to absorb that, because what he's saying is basically the book has more than one direct storyline in it. There's other storylines mixed out across the book in different sections over time, and so like the more you read it, after you've read it, you can start putting things together and looking at it, and it's basically a puzzle. And then there's the book itself is really in the mood of Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy as far as the quirkiness and the puzzle aspect of the book itself. So
yeah, okay, beautifully said. Yes, it's a reading experience that's, when you read the book once, you come back, you read it a second time, you'll have a different reading experience, and every time you come back to it, you'll end up quite possibly having a completely different reading experience. Why? Because you're going to be picking up on the puzzles and the subtle story elements that are sprinkled throughout the book.
yeah, kind of like when movies have foreshadowing that you don't catch on to the second time you watch the movie.
Exactly. Or, there's so much Easter eggs packed into the movie, visually or in the narrative, that you go, wait a minute, did I just miss? Geez, I just lost another ticket to this movie, and you're stuck there. What?
Yeah. So I challenge everybody when you get this book to try and find all the puzzles and see if and let George know when you have found something new. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, what is the absolute most cool thing about this book that's coming out? And it's saving everyone again for the first time. Is that the title, right?
Yeah, that's right. Joe King, saving everyone again for the first time. This is a continuation of book one. I'll definitely have book one offered in the second campaign. There will be a second printing of book one. And the thing about what's so cool about it is that I had 4 different narratives strung throughout the first book. This book will have 7 narratives, 7 subtle or intense puzzles that you will be reading through this book. You can speed read through the book, just reading the balloons and the panels. You can read the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy experience, which I'm going to show you right now. Is let's see, we'll scroll down right there, right right there. You can see there's words between the panels. That's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy experience, where you're reading the panels and the balloons, and then all of a sudden you got a description happening between the panels.
People will absorb this more when the book's in their hands.
Absolutely.
When the book is starting to get into people's hands, explaining this will go a lot further. It's way too much to absorb and retain for somebody who hasn't like watched and heard the story a few times. But that's not that people aren't stupid. It's just that you have a lot going on, and the simple story is that there's a lot of narratives stacked on top of each other. The book is visually stunning. It's creative. It's funny, and they need to sign up on the mailing list.
Oh, beautifully said. Absolutely beautifully said. Geez, where were you when I was trying to pitch the first book?
Same place I've always been.
And here's one of the many different narratives in the book. This one, everything's happening at the same time. So each row, the characters are in different parts of the story. And as an example, give me a sec. Something disappeared. There you go. As an example, the bottom middle panel, you have a character here who is firing straight up. He says, "There, got it, missed, got it." Well, what happens is at the very top, the guy in orbit, the cells that are attacking him are getting blown apart. That's the kind of connective narrative that is sprinkled throughout the story as well.
Yeah, but stop giving people spoilers, man.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay. Well, here are the characters. This is not a spoiler. Here's the characters right here, right here. What kind of characters are we talking about? Well, the purple guy right next to the chef, the yellow chef. That's Captain DuPont. His dream is to be captain of the Love Boat, space Love Boat. But he's always exactly, but he's always stuck um, on the ship, making wrong decisions. So he actually leaves everything to his intern, to the left, Amber, who actually acts as the captain throughout the story while he's not available. To the right of the captain is Chef. He's the engineer, but he dreams of being an actual cook, a chef. So the team doesn't have the heart to tell him how terrible his cooking is, because every time he cooks something, he sprinkles it with lug nuts and machine oil. To the right of him, with bushy orange eyebrows, that's Pork Chop Ed. He is the master of disguise. To the right of him in blue, light blue, is Ralph. He's the security chief. Everybody gets past him. It's ridiculous. He's completely useless, but everybody loves him. Below him in pink, that's Criplet. He loves everything about Sherlock Holmes. He loves blowing bubbles out of his pipe, and he's the sidekick of a sidekick. Criplet is the sidekick to Joe King on the far left, who is also Joe King is also the sidekick of Syntax, which is the light blue robot right in front of the chef character. To the right of the chef character in green, hovering, that's Mistake. She is the non-linear character. Her story takes place completely different than everybody else. You have to actually puzzle it by jumping from page to page, following the directions. To the far right is Slither. That's Joe's wife. She's the doctor. She is so good at what she does that she actually practices blindfolded. To the left of Slither and is the forearm receptionist. She's so good at doing nothing that she's constantly on the phone and actually not doing much. She's just a receptionist. But there is a gag on her regarding her in the story. That's
well, don't spoil the gag. I'm sure people will find it when they read it.
Exactly. And to the left of her in the blue tights, that is female X. She is she is like Data or Mr. Spock of the group.
She's like the science officer, right?
No, more like Data's trying to be human. Mr. Spock's trying to have feelings. Well, she's a human trying to figure out who she is in the story. Okay. Above is the engine crew, and above that is the two ships. They're both called the Lady Star, and wherever the captain's flag is parked in each of the ship, they don't call it the Lady Star Mark 1 or Mark 2 or whatever like that. They just keep calling it the Lady Star. Why? Because it's easier on the rental forms. Oh, these ships are rentals. Now, that's the characters. This is what the first book looks like. Actual photographic evidence, because all the books are already packed, and most of them are in the hands of the backers. Here's what the trading cards looked like for the first book. And the first book had 18 trading cards. The second book, I believe, is going to double that.
There's a lot of trading cards.
There's going to be 36 trading cards. And I am not going to, ask for stretch goals or anything like that. The trading cards will be part of the campaign. You just pick up that particular tier, and you're gonna get it. I don't want to stress the audience out a lot. Here's an example of one of the panels in the book, in the first book. So you see the level of detail that goes into this book. Of course, the cover. And these are the different. I literally duplicated the campaign that was on Indiegogo on my online direct store. Now to go back to that was book one. Now to finish off with book two. the whole thing about book 2 is that 120 pages will leave you laughing. The book experience itself is humor end to end. There's a subtle humor, setup humor, and there's humor that is asymmetrical. And I'm giving you a fair warning. In some places, I actually deliver the punchline long before I set you up with a gag, because of Einstein's theories, cause and effect.
Stop the spoilers.
All right, fine. Then let me just finish this off with a lot of the science. You may not realize this, but when you're reading the book, the first book or the second book, a lot of the science in the book is actually based on real science. Einstein's theory, Planck's theory, the warp ring, everything in the book. If you see the science in there, it's actually based on real science. And then I just wrap it around with a whole lot of Chuck Jones and humor with it. Now, the one thing I like to leave the audience with is that this book, I've been producing these books for a very long time, since 1990, and I will show you the universe that I've created for the last 30 years. And you're not just getting Joe King as a book, or Joe King 2. There's already a universe created. These books are already scripted out. Joe King is the bottom, just 2 off the right. The next book, it will be another Joe King book, but after that, there will be a series of books that will be translated from script to art, and it will be moved at a faster pace than the Joe King book. These are traditionally written stories of the hero's journey. These are different genres here. As an example, I'll just zoom in here so you can see. There's a family, a drama, a comedy, a thriller, a mystery, action, fantasy, adventure, sci-fi, comedy, more comedy, and another action. In terms of how all this works, is the big picture is this is the flow chart. The missing panels is the books that I've yet to finish, but the stories that have finished all interact or interlace with each other following these arrows. As you can see,
you're giving people so much to absorb, man. They really just need to know that the book that's coming out is going to be awesome. It's going to be very colorful. They need to get up on that mailing list so that they can get something special for being on the mailing list.
Well, if you want to offer something that way, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. Well, it's just that that you'll spin their head off, and then they'll be clogged. You know what I mean? So
understood.
Yeah. And so go and get on the mailing list. The link is in the chat, and we will be talking to George many times. As you can tell, he's got a lot to say about his book. The book's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And there's a right there. Ooh, give me a second. Let me just refresh that. And there's the spaceship, a plastic sample of the spaceship.
Excellent. Yeah, that's going to be very cool.
It's intense. It's a really, really huge project. On average, 120 pages each book. The next book, the books beyond Joe King, will probably be 250 pages, maybe 300 pages. It's going to be a multi-artist production after that. And this is where I'm heading. This is where I'm planning. And your support with Joe King will help bring that part of the projects in the future, that much quicker, that much faster.
I like that little green character that was just in the last panel.
That was the captain. Actually, let me go back. There we go. Yeah, the green character with the purple hat, that's the captain,
right,
of the second book.
Yeah. Well, I like it. So yeah, get on the mailing list. Get there. So is there some kind of special perk or secret discount for people that sign up early?
Yeah, you sign up early. Every perk, every tier will have the extreme discount. I will basically be selling you the campaign at cost. I'll be recouping just the production and the shipping. No profits intended
So
from the people on the
there'll be
mailer.
an extreme discount that basically is hurting George. If you sign up on the mailing list ahead of time.
Yeah,
So get on that mailing list so that we can put George in the poorhouse.
exactly. Because everybody after that, I am going to milk them for every penny I can.
Okay, with that on that note, let's talk about something funny. I found this site today, and I figured since Red Gaze was going to be on, this would be perfect to just like troll these fucking things. This site's called Awkward Family Photos.
That's pretty awkward right there.
Yeah, so this one is entitled Biohazard for obvious reasons. She's got like that respirator going on there.
Well, maybe she just got back from a trip to Walmart.
Well, no, because it would just be it would just be a mask. I mean, that's a respirator, man. That's what
Listen. I've seen every variety of masks in Walmart.
Oh yeah, that's what you use when you're painting a house, man. Like,
Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I've seen a few actual gas masks. People are going nuts with this shit.
I heard that a bunch of guys with masks walked into a bank, and they looked around and they said, "We're here to rob you." And then everybody said, "Oh, thank God."
Notice the guy passed out in the grass over here.
Pretty sure I have a few family photos like that. God, that's an old one too. You got the coloring up, fading away.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at the haircuts.
Oh yeah,
right. That's definitely 1970s. But
yeah. One in the middle and the one at the very bottom in the blue. Those are the kinds of haircuts me and my brothers had to deal with growing up.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And then let's see here. Nice little. Is that a boy or is that a girl? Is it earring? So we're guessing girl.
I'm gonna go with girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Back then.
PMS.
Yeah. Well, now it's definitely a girl. Whoa, what's happening here?
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it's supposed to be reflections. Apparently, don't understand that. These are awkward family photos.
Oh
So
Lord.
look at the hairdo on mom.
The beehive. That is the beehive. Yes, the beehive.
What's under the newspaper, Grandpa?
Probably nothing. That's probably why the newspaper's there. Grandpa probably just sitting there free balling, and they're like, "Oh, let's take a picture of Grandpa. Put the newspaper down." Let's see. Happy Easter.
Yeah, that works.
Starts out innocent enough.
Okay.
Meet Fred.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm missing the joke. So here I am, child, holding my favorite doll, a one-sit bathroom tile my mom got me in the hardware store.
She put a hat on the tile.
That's not as awkward.
Smoke signals. Nope, I didn't get that one.
I didn't get it either.
Oh, whoa. Is that
That doll is creepy.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a little creepy. They all have a creepy little doll.
oh my gosh, those are dolls.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Hmm.
And the children look pretty psychotic.
I wonder how many of those children have killed somebody by this point.
Yeah. I just think it's really creepy that the dolls have matching outfits to little girls.
Yeah, you don't grow up like that without a few problems.
Doppelgangers. That's just creepy.
That's early 70s or late 60s.
That's not a bunny.
That's what he said.
What's with the hole? What are you putting in that hole right there?
It's a glory hole.
Yeah, before they were cool.
All right, now, why are they all dressed like ghosting? Who are you gonna call?
Not this family.
Is the dog? Yes, it is.
I hope that was an outtake and that wasn't the actual photo that they paid for.
That's like when they pose. Just hiding in the background there.
It almost looks like that like the wife and the other daughter is superimposed back there.
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Like it was two pictures and they're kind of blended through this right here.
Yeah, because that one girl in the forefront is like way out of place.
Right. I mean, and like her head's like larger than like everybody else's too.
Yeah.
And that's just weird.
Yeah, there's not much to say about this one. It kind of speaks for itself.
What the fuck?
What?
That's a great view right there, let me tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's staged. There's no way.
I don't know. I could have just been an idiot to set up the bench the wrong way because, I mean, those things are concrete and they're pretty hard to move. So once they're there, they're there. And
Oh yeah.
if you really want a bench, you're going to sit down and face
And
the
if you
wall.
look, there's a nice crack right here on the bench leg.
Oh,
So
lovely.
That shit has not moved in a long time. What the hell? The Exorcist.
Damn. Nothing awkward about that.
Nah, not at all.
She just started reading.
this little girl's really unhappy.
I think the other one is taking a bit of pleasure in her unhappiness.
Yeah. Wonder what he just did.
Probably just yanked her hair. Said, straighten up.
Now, is she holding a steering wheel? Yes, she is.
I'm more concerned about the hairy stomach right behind her
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that.
with the protruding erection.
Oh, is there? Oh, it looks like there is in there now.
Yeah, he's tending a bit.
That's a little bit wrong. I have a cat trying to pet herself on my hand while I'm trying to work this keyboard.
Oh God, that's enough right there.
Is that Fredo?
Where's his hand?
Ew, yeah. And somebody shrunk his face onto his head.
Right. This is wrong on many levels.
Yeah, her face pretty much says it all.
Yeah, we just hit the end. No, we're not.
What the hell?
Well, some people do those mud racing competitions. Maybe I'm hoping that's what this is.
No.
Of course,
that's mud photography.
yeah. I don't see any other people there. So
In the background here. So that's old school photo bomb there.
yeah, that's probably the wife.
Oh yeah, that's definitely his wife. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a senior picture.
Wow.
I lived with that kind of phone for a very long time.
I never had a standing phone. Mine was always attached to the wall with the cord.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had the rotary before there was. I remember when push buttons became a thing.
Oh, did you see the video on the internet? I think it was like a grandfather gave to his nephews or something like that, or the grandkids. Gave him a phone and said, "Look, if you figure out how to use this, I'll pay off your credit cards or something." And for like 5 minutes, these two kids are trying to figure out how to use a rotary phone. Oh my gosh!
He's
That
feeding
is-
the baby in the other dude's lap while they're playing video game.
See, and I'm not even concerned about the photo. I'm just trying to figure out what game they're playing.
Some Xbox game. So let's see here. What the hell?
Oh God.
That's creepy.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. That's a serial killer.
That's a serial killer.
Yeah, that's a serial killer in the making.
That's Chucky in real life. That's Chucky IRL.
What were those things called that she's holding?
Furby.
Oh, those are
Furby. That's right.
Furbies. Yeah, I have one of those around here somewhere. Okay, if he doesn't have Down syndrome, denim
or,
on denim.
Yeah.
Denim
Can't
jacket
eat
over denim
holy
shirt.
smokes.
it. We're just here making fun of the kid's face.
Yeah. It's like it's supposed to be funny. The outfit's supposed to be funny. We're like, he looks like he's got Down syndrome. What's with the dog here? Okay,
Is that Mugs Away?
good grief.
This is the beginning of furries right here.
Meant to be Snoopy. Interesting.
Snooping.
What the fuck? Is that
Yeah.
a scarecrow or is that a mask?
I don't know.
That's a real person?
That is a little reminiscent of Leatherface to me.
Yeah, even the pumpkin's fucked up in this picture.
Yeah, look at that. There's something definitely
Pumpkin
wrong there.
picking with lepers.
Yeah, those hairstyles, man, in the 70s were just ridiculous, right?
Mm. Yeah, everyone had the same comb over at that point too, with the mustache.
Right? A little pedo mustache. Pedo stash. I always wondered why the cops had to have the pedo stash.
I mean, it makes
You always
it
notice
them
it's
look
like
tough.
that. That was like even in like Reno 911, you know what I mean? Like they make a thing about the pedo stash.
Yeah. What the hell is wrong with her face?
That's Dollywood too. That's even funnier.
Oh, good gosh. The blood just left her face.
What the hell? Glamour shots.
Yeah, that's glamour and a half right there.
Your grandmother or mother?
Glamour grams. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, the baby too?
Oh my god. Okay, there's what's with this one?
The eggs.
Oh,
There's
wait.
cigarettes in the eggs.
Yeah, he's got cigarettes in his.
I don't see anything wrong with this.
Yeah.
That bunny is frightening.
Everything except for that kid is frightening.
There's a clown over here with the hand puppet. That kid is just trying to get the fuck away.
You know, it's just crazy. What are they thinking? You know, when somebody creates those costumes.
Oh no, another fucking psycho serial killer.
Wait a minute, that's not a doll. That's a voodoo doll. I got it, Grandma. I got the doll.
Look, it's. Karate Kid meets
Sylvester Stallone.
West Side Story.
West Side Story. Shit. It's just fucking funny.
Oh yeah, the goth chick.
She's fucking got the cross on her fucking forehead. That's not creepy at all. Cosmopolitan cover: How to attract men like crazy. Secrets from our Cosmo girl. 8 dazzling pages of her head-turning swimsuits. Single girls of Beverly Hills 2. All right, so I'm trying to figure out the awkwardness here. I guess it's just a fake cover.
Yeah, that was a thing at a certain point in time. Like, what was that, around like the late 80s, I think?
Yeah, I saw people had covers on their like walls and stuff like that. The matching outfits are really like, you remember that WrestleMania fucking era when everybody wore them fucking, you know, Macho Man Randy Savage fucking loud colorful pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Slim Jim. Oh yeah. I couldn't do it. Fucking ask fucking Macho Dan, he can fucking do that fucking right on for some reason.
This woman has been married against her will.
I don't know. Her mom reminds me reminiscent of the mother from Carrie, all for some reason. Yikes!
Oh, that's one.
She reminds me of was it Ferris Bueller, the receptionist with all the stuff pencils in her hair.
Oh my god, did Dad fart? What the hell?
I think that's the implication here. Yeah, that kid's not having
it. What's this? Is that just like
that's
wait,
that's disturbing is what that is.
No, it's the little kid from Jolly Green Giant, the small one. What did they call him?
Sprout.
Yeah. That's no Sprout though. I mean, I think there's a Sprout under that leaf, but
there's a nice little tan line going on there. Short tans. The baby even looks unhappy. Yikes. What's with the picture in the back?
Oh yeah. Is this like a memorial or something?
Just phoning it in.
This is before we had, like video calls.
Yeah.
You just had to hang a picture and pretend they were there.
Right. How'd they get around a picture of him to hang? It's somebody fucking.
I know. I think that what they did was they just put that photograph on top of the bigger photograph.
You took another picture. Yeah, it's just superimposed like.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh. Horror. This is straight up horror.
What is that?
That's a fucking mistake, is what that is.
I cannot unsee this. I mean, I can't look. I can't even look away. Where's the anatomy? I mean, how's it work?
Where are her organs?
Oh my god, is that Miss Piggy?
Oh
or
shit!
Somebody, Miss Piggy.
Somebody call Kermit the Log.
Right. Kermit the Log just found his like X.
That's a big ass Miss Piggy.
Yeah, look at that fucking.
Well, the girl seems to be digging it though, so I guess that's all that matters.
Oh, it was like they killed their sibling.
Yeah, the mastermind's on the left. The reluctant helper is on the right. And yeah.
Knock the fuck out.
It wasn't me.
I didn't do
nothing
it.
to see here.
I didn't do it. What are you talking about? Yikes.
Oh, what is wrong with this baby?
This is like the Kingpin, just de-aged.
Kingpin and baby photos. Yeah.
I was thinking maybe this is one of Sloth's baby photos.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I got a caption for this.
The baby is giving him the bird.
So we meet again.
So fuck you, Pops. So fuck you and your baby talk. Oh god, this is very 80s right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, she must be proud.
Big
Going all out. I wonder.
No, not a cheerleader. It would be flag. She's a flag girl.
Yeah, I would hope so, because ain't nobody lifting that up.
What is with that?
The haircuts.
Look at that that hair is almost as high as her fucking face is big.
The spray that they had to go through, oh my gosh, every day.
Yeah, Aquanet. This was the Aquanet era.
Maybe you should examine what's behind you before you take the photo.
This is definitely a 90s photo.
Yeah, it's Jason Alexander.
Why would you have that hang in your house is my question.
I don't know. You're definitely a Seinfeld fan at that point. Pee Wee Herman and the Snowman. This supposed to be Santa Claus Snowman? What's going on there?
Those Pee Wee Herman dolls were so fucking creepy.
They were. Pee Wee Herman is so fucking creepy. Paul Rubens.
What?
Is that Spider-Man, huh?
It's a bitchin' Spider-Man outfit.
Drew, I don't know. I don't know how.
His ass looks upside down, doesn't it?
Just a bit.
Listen. I don't know how, but save this photo to the hard drive and email it to me. This is my new favorite photo. I mean, good gosh, look at Spider-Man. He looks like he was brought in from the Middle East.
It is really bad in Justice League. So, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
that was me. That was me as a child. Sorry, this is my photo.
Yeah. Reading it just for the articles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right, because I could read at that age.
Yep.
Another creepy Easter bunny.
Actually, could it
with
be
a
the
big
same?
hole in the mouth again?
Could it be the same bunny?
It could be. Fear the ear, the jagged ear there. Let's see, 10-pack. Oh my god!
Jeez, working overtime.
Notice the parents aren't in the photo.
No.
I hope the parents aren't in the photo.
No, that is the mom in the photo.
She's the mom.
It's got to be the mom.
I'm thinking she's the grandmother.
No,
and these
no.
are like, and these are like her you know, her
Look, no.
grandchildren.
All these kids are like 9 months apart.
Right,
Maybe-
but they could be her children's
Oh
children.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, they might all not be from the same mother too.
Right, she might have like 3 or 4 kids, and then these are their kids.
Photo of my great grandma with her great
Look at the face on
grandchildren.
this one right here.
Yeah.
That's probably what this is. A grandma or great grandma photo.
Look at her face.
Yeah, there's all kinds of expressions going on there. You got a little bit of horror, a little bit of surprise, a little bit of scheming and scamming.
What's he spitting out?
Gum. Back in the day, it's always
with a G, right? I hope that was with a G.
Yeah, okay.
The matching shirts.
Oh, that just hurts.
Okay, why are they different directions? Someone fucked up with the sewing.
Oh.
Well, and if you're gonna wear matching outfits, something else. just a suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else? Macho Man clothes would be better than this.
Right. Yikes.
Oh, yeah, that's horrifying.
Is that Uncle It?
Did she pee herself? Why is the plant there?
Yeah, they got young Velma behind them.
And Pugsley?
Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah,
This was the first crossover.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that looks very classy.
Yeah, what the? I'll tell you what, some of these wedding photographers are fucking weird because this was not her idea. I can tell you that right now. This was the photographer's idea, thinking he or she was clever.
Right? And, didn't even frame it well. Fucking shit light, fucking shit background. Look at the shoes. They're fucking got the brides. Like, this is just tacky.
Oh, yeah.
Ah! Future Joker.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my. You got me on that one. I was just about to say that.
And then retarded sister. Oh, that's creepy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a proud day when you have sausage or bacon hanging inside your cabinet.
Right, in the pantry.
Yep, that's it.
Hey, let's take a picture with the hanging sausage.
Well, he's got the mouth for it.
They put your sausage in your mouth.
Solid gold. Yes, that's what it is. No.
Her head's like a triangle. That's what it is for
her.
Yeah. I always love those backgrounds that they use. This actually isn't the worst one I've seen.
Is that a fucking raccoon on her lap?
No, that's an otter.
It's a ferret.
A ferret. It's a ferret.
Oh, it's a ferret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferrets are nasty little buggers. They stink.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if he's actually asleep or if he posed for this.
No, he's asleep.
I'm thinking he's posing at this point.
No, he's asleep. There's no way. He's asleep.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Yeah, he got tired of taking care of the kids, and he's just passed out.
What the fuck?
Wipeout. Oh, what is it? Is that the grandma?
No, she's changing diapers. Look, see, there's a fucking naked baby ass right there.
No, right. So there is.
Yeah, those are really weird hands.
Pull my finger. Yikes. Those bunny photos are creepy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, seeing these makes me want to go back through my old family photos and just see how many of ours are this jacked up.
Oh, I know a lot of mine are. Why are there 2 toilets?
That's an excellent question.
Isn't hers?
Maybe, but neither is a bidet. So,
Well, those look like some tiny ass toilets too.
So my first time pooping alone. Oh no, Beanie Babies.
Oh God, I remember that craze.
The octopus on her head.
I wanted to beat those people.
Tom Selleck. That's a fucking standee. You could tell by the line, by her fingers.
Oh yeah.
Fucking cardboard cutout.
You know, Tom Selleck was a handsome man back in the day. I forget sometimes just how handsome he was, even with the porno stash.
Yeah, it was the porno stash that made him handsome, right?
It's the porno stash that made me wonder.
Now he was definitely. Look at this fucking. I'm going to eat your soul.
Jesus, she reminds me of like that plant Digimon character.
They're both kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I mean, they are gingers, so.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's weird.
Village of the Damned.
Yeah.
They really look happy. That's it.
That's not an uncommon scene in the 70s.
Yeah.
Dad changing the tire, on your way to the country.
Mid yawn. He's like, damn her breath.
Yeah, that or somebody farted.
Her breath. Oh man. Photo bomb.
Oh my gosh. I didn't notice that.
Yikes.
I've had worse.
Yeah, he's out for the count.
Oh, that's their date, their first date.
Oh, I
Oh.
pity both of them in their own way.
Well,
That's their brother and sister.
someone's more happy than the other.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the girl could be, end up being a fashion model. That's the kind of look she has. The kid, he's just going to be an account rep.
Yeah, well, I noticed that she's missing an arm here, so there's something going on behind them.
Oh, that could be. Maybe he's getting goosed.
Yeah. Glamour shots like bikers. Yeah. That makes no sense at all. Look at the pedo stashes.
Oh, yeah.
The
This whole thing just screams gay porno.
Oh,
The log jam. That's the name of the porno. Log jam. Oh man. The moose is loose. Yeah. Okay. Why is mom not in the picture?
Are you sure she's not?
Oh yeah, no, that's dad. These are the boys.
Well, it could have just been a boy shoot, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
See, because if he was a girl, the hair would be fancier. It would be pretty. And it'd be standing up.
1989. Wow.
I don't know. That's pretty pretty.
No, it's just ratted.
It's teased.
It's teased.
No, Mushroom Kid.
What the fuck? It's like weird. Mohawk.
Oh yeah, he's part of the family. Oh, for sure.
Dad's smile. And the cat in the picture.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
What the? Is that
Oh.
Big Bird?
I think it's supposed to be. That's Big Bulge.
That is creepy.
Yeah, as depicted by the look on that kid's face.
It's like, I'm going to shit myself now. That's Oscar the Grouch.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, I thought at first that might be an attempt at Cookie Monster, but yeah, that's Oscar.
A little bit of denim. No, I'm not gonna smile.
Yeah, it's always one kid, in the bunch. Doesn't matter how it is. Oh yeah,
Jesus.
That's so classy.
Oh
Is
God.
he in his boxers?
They might have just been the dude shorts that everybody wore at the time.
Well, he's got shoes on, but it looks like boxers. Yikes! She's got Dad's teeth in her mouth.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. No. None of this.
Oh, I can't unsee that.
Oh, shit. I love this site. What the fuck? It's like, is like a reflection?
It looks like he took a picture of a photo that's in glass.
Right.
Like an idiot.
What the fuck?
The horn.
Yeah, on her head here. It's like a fucking large dildo.
That might be a unicorn costume. You never know. People were weird.
The unicorn on the head, not on the
Oh
top.
my. Oh wow.
I am Captain Dildo.
At least she's young enough not to know what it is.
Yeah, but everyone else knew. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
All the
Oh.
parents are all. Let's get a picture of this, sweetheart. Pose for another one.
That's some of the worst paisley I've ever seen.
And paisley and plaid don't match, by the way.
No, not one bit.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah, there you go. There's the Joker.
I don't know. I'm getting more of a Michael Myers vibe.
Little bucktooth baby with cigarettes.
Yes.
There you go.
Future inmate right there. What the fuck?
Hey, it's been a long day,
Yeah, there'll be days like this, Mama said.
Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this. Mama said. What? No. That's obviously superimposed. Right?
It's fucking weird, is what that is.
That's
How?
creepy.
How?
Like, hey, I get you want to grab your kid's ass, but you're living that dream a little bit too much. What with the hair?
She's upside down. She's upside down. That's what it is.
That is just wrong. Dad looks like a fucking super PO.
The Farrah Fawcett haircut. Oh, look at that.
The ET shirt.
No, look at the. No. You think it's
Dad's
the father's
baby
hand.
arm.
Yeah.
Dad's baby arm.
Yeah.
It looks like Dad's arm there. Yeah. Yikes.
Okay, that's a legit
What's
rabbit.
this?
A legit rabbit or a legit Klansman?
No, it's a legit rabbit. Yeah, I'm sticking with that because otherwise it's a nightmare.
Oh no! Oh no! The fanny pack and the fucking gut with the fucking midriff shirt on a guy. No. She's just like Pocahontas and shit.
He doesn't deserve her. There's no way.
I don't think he has her. I think he's posing with somebody at a party or something.
Yeah, I think he's just posing with her.
At least I hope.
Why the
What?
hats? Hats inside. I never understood that. Somebody bald?
All of them.
They all got bald spots because they had like a Clipper war. Like
They all got the pocket pussy bald.
Oh, the Friar Tuck.
Friar Cuck.
Looks
Sad
weird.
Santa. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks pretty unhappy. Looks like he's about to take a shit on himself.
But I played a Santa for like an afternoon. It wasn't a happy experience. There were so many kids coming up to me and asking for really, really, heartwarming stuff.
She's thinking, can we put him back now?
Yeah, my days of being spoiled are over.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh my god!
It's a
I got my baby and my fish.
I don't know. I don't know which one is more important.
Which is the trophy?
To him, the fish.
Yeah.
What's with the camel toe and the baby? That's wrong too.
Oh.
Only you can see that.
She looks like a fucking like I don't know how to describe that. It looks almost like a fucking mad scientist dress.
Yeah,
Norman
just a
Bates
bit.
back here behind her.
This has got to be a 60s shot. Yeah, 69. Look at that.
Yikes!
Oh, 2 downies for the price of 1.
And they're in the cornfield.
He's got a handful of goodies. I got your picture right here. I got your say cheese, bitch. Say cheese to this.
Little kids are always playing with their wang.
I'm next. Oh no, is he on the toilet?
Oh.
No.
Oh no. Daddy and his daughter taking shits together.
Right. First, why is this happening? Secondly, why are you taking a picture of it?
Right.
My first shit. Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
No.
Well, this wouldn't be so bad if she weren't pointing at it.
Oh yeah.
She's eating off of it. She's like cutting the steak and then getting ready to put it in her mouth.
Oh god.
That's not creepy.
Awkward.
What is that? Crucials? I don't know what the hell that is.
Comfort
food. Garlic mayo. Is that what that is? Garlic mayo. She's cuddling with the mayonnaise bottle.
That's a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, that girl's going places.
Yeah, away from that family.
Yeah.
Strip
Mom
club.
and Dad look so happy.
Oh my gosh! Look at the expressions. No one's happy. It's like the girl's going, "I want to get away from you two," and the both of them are going like, "What is that contraption? You point at me."
Okay, she's all like, "Dad, what are you doing to Mom's ass?"
This might have been. Maybe she just walked into the photo by accident.
Yeah, I should have took a left turn at Albuquerque.
That's not a fucking pool. That's a fucking sauna. And this guy's fucking really high shorts. This guy, is he even wearing shorts?
Yeah, he's got to be.
I fucking hope so. Ah! That is a real face. No, that's a mask. God, I hope that's a mask.
Yeah, it's got to be a mask. There's no
creepy.
that is. Yeah, it's a clown. Yeah, granny clown.
Yeah, that is the scary family right there.
It's a proud moment to show off my accordion.
They all have that guilty grin. Like, haha, I just farted.
Yeah, but the guy with the accordion, it's like he's the only one with that unique haircut, dangerous haircut. Everybody else is like just average.
Wait, we say that guy with the accordion. I believe it's mom holding the accordion.
Oh, is it really? Then what?
He's got a drum.
Oh, okay. He's the drummer.
He's got a shoe thrown over his fucking shoulder. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like a fucking shoe to me.
Maybe it's a bowling shoe. He's going bowling later.
Ballet shoes.
Maybe that's what he plays. He plays the shoe.
Oh, good gosh.
Oh no!
I wonder why she's the best Nana ever.
That's funny. Yikes.
Yeah, this is the classic wedding. Shotgun.
Yeah, where's the groom?
Out of town.
Yeah.
He didn't show up. When I'm 100 years old, I will have a walker. I will have off the paper gray hair. I will have glasses. I will
Throw a chicken?
A chicken.
Okay.
I will throw a chicken.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's what old people do, right?
I guess. She's got a lot of face makeup on it. Her face is white. Like,
holy smokes.
gruesome.
Yeah.
Yikes. Like an inbreeding fucking Hollywood holiday tradition. What the fuck is with them?
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can.
Oh, that baby looks like a tiny old woman.
What the fuck? I get they're trying to be creative, but that looks like a fucking gross genital growth on that log there.
Oh, yeah, kind of does.
Mistake on the lake. She's all flashing the peace sign. What's the duck doing?
Wishing it were dead.
Oh wait, it's not the duck. It's a fucking little child.
That is a child, isn't it?
It's a face down child.
Well, same probably applies.
Peace. Peace out. I just killed my kid. Dad's laughing. Ah, she fell down again. Nice hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great Duran Duran.
the spray paint.
Little Crockett.
Oh, yeah, Tubbs and Crockett's, Miami Vice.
No. No.
What's happening here? Oh, nice.
Oh. Move along, move along.
Bullseye.
That looks like bird shit.
Oh, okay, keep going, don't stop.
Okay, the kid's hanging in a little hanger.
Yeah, there you go. One way to make sure the kid's not going to get in trouble.
And Dad's got
Well, that's
the
what you
camera
used
ready.
to do. That used to be okay to hang kids up when they were being little assholes.
Oh, yeah. Tie them up
It's-
with a leash.
That's Dad's idea of babysitting.
I can't fault Dad for that one.
Oh, who did the center shot?
Okay, she's not in the picture when this was taken, or something. That's a bad superimposing. But geez, why do people gotta look like that? Look at this guy's face. It's like, don't you know you're not supposed to fuck your first cousin?
You're not? Shit.
Maybe where you live, it's okay. I don't know. See, again, don't fuck your first cousin because this is what happens.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a drugged out Mary on the right there from Lord of the Rings.
Right? Like, maybe we should have not had cocaine before the party. Here, have some champagne, baby.
Yeah, what the hell is going on here? Is this the baby's birthday? I
Yeah,
hope.
that's a baptism.
It's in the Deschard, so some kind of like German victory cup. My Lego Valentine.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he look sexy?
Well, that's actually pretty good. I commend him for that.
He's going to have a lot of disposable income when he gets old.
Yikes. Hearts keep us alive, not for love.
Oh, shit.
I think they're bitter. Oh my god, no.
What the fuck is this?
It's emulating birth. This is what it looked like when you were being born.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Exiting
completely uncalled for.
It's a little bit late. She was a late term pregnancy.
Yeah, like what?
She came
80?
out dressed.
Like 217th trimester or what?
Yeah, and dressed with her hair styled.
Yeah, ready for action.
Damn. You got the look.
You got the touch.
look. Babe's taking his shit.
This is it. A station wagon. That's the camping that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, station wagons aren't really a thing anymore, are they?
What's in the reflection here? Hold on. It's this. What is that? It's like it's a fucking ass pillow.
Yeah, it
Those
definitely looks like an ass.
Those little hemorrhoid pillows. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's a hemorrhoid pillow.
Well, I mean, the kid's taking a dump.
Maybe he's got hemorrhoids.
I mean, they're in the country, Mom. Yeah.
Lovely.
Right in the mouth. Hey, you're such a cute boy.
And that's a carpet too, eh?
This baby's looking for something trouble here.
That was not too bad. It's probably the most normal photo we've seen yet.
Oh yeah. If the kid over there is going like, I'm going to take out the kid on the right, and then I'm going to take out the kid on the left.
Yikes!
Oh, seamlessly blended.
I know, like almost like they're a two-headed person.
Maybe they are.
Siamese twins born decades apart.
Well, it just took a few years for that head to develop.
Right. Like a pimple.
Those sweet ass fans.
Oh, look at he's got the pager. Dad is definitely Revenge of the Nerds right there.
Pimping.
He is pimping Revenge of the Nerds. He's like, I'm just like my dad. I got 2 phones.
Yeah, that's not a goal you want to shoot for, kid.
Look at the size of the phones, man. Jeez.
Oh my god.
America.
Stars in Yikes.
You're right. That's a very appropriate title.
Okay, they're chasing a fly.
Oh no! Scroll up. something there.
It's a ghost.
Moth. Yeah, when there's a moth in my house, let's not go talk about the disaster that occurs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that baby looks like a crime boss.
Yeah, and then this looks like hose. I'm Kingpin and use my bitches.
This is like a composition for a comic book cover, you know?
Right? Bots, baby.
Ooh.
Look at the fucking makeup on her cheeks. And
Again,
is that Dad?
again, I hope this is a costume.
Is this Dad?
Oh God, I hope not.
No, this is not a costume. This
You,
is,
you could eat dinner off that woman's head.
They're prettying her. They're making her pretty so she can go on a first date.
They failed miserably.
What the fuck? I knew girls who wore their hair like
Yeah,
that in high
yeah,
school.
I knew that chick.
Yeah.
He's all, I ain't posing for no fucking picture.
I'm pretty sure that's young DMX.
With mom's number one guy. Oh, mom's number one big guy.
He's like, what?
Yeah, that's kind of the wrong angle.
Just a bit. Again, I blame the photographer.
Way too clever.
What the fuck?
Here we come, walking down the streets.
Everybody just looks from everyone we meet.
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys.
I think this is the junkies.
Hey, we're the junkies. Oh no.
I don't know how to respond to that.
What the fuck? It's like a Polaroid picture.
That's a printed photo. Wow.
Yeah.
That's when you fuck up at Walmart.
That's like the first iPhone setup too. No,
So,
it's like it's the second because it's Kindle. It's the second one because it's Kindle.
so somebody took a picture of the screen and printed it. Wow.
And no, somebody had a backdrop that looked like this, and they took a picture in front of it. What the fuck? The dog's humping the little girl. Oh, it's a goat.
It's stuck between two goats.
Stampede. Creepy.
Again, the cornfields to the left.
Yeah, yeah. Those were our haircuts too, and that's about what we looked like too, because I was the youngest.
What the fuck? Everybody looks surprised. Ah!
Is that surprise or does that look like you're taking a dick?
Dad farted.
He does seem to be the only one enjoying himself.
Where's the beef? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. Oh my, that was great. I love those commercials with that old granny getting to the counter. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? No. No.
That's all you can really do with this one.
What the fuck? Oh shit. Hey Red, what time is Red Gay's agenda on your channel tonight?
It's gonna be midnight tonight.
All right, so basically in 3 hours ish.
Yeah, I probably should get rolling here shortly.
Yeah.
Love sex in the RS.
So fucking I can't believe this shit. All right, so let's just look at one more of these. No, another rabbit.
Okay.
And it's yeah.
Okay.
Look at that hair. Look at that hairstyle.
Wait. Better call Mary. Is that Better Call Mary?
Who?
Or, no,
Something about Mary.
Yeah, something about Mary.
Yeah, the jizz in the hair.
The jizz hair gel, yeah.
There's something about Lottie. Apparently, she ran out of hair mousse and found an alternative. Dad, can I have a nipple twister? Ah,
Oh, those couches. It's the first thing I noticed.
look at Dad's face.
You know, we had something like that, and my parents would never let us actually sit on the couch. They had these plastic wraps around it, and every time you sat on it, it would make these crinkly noises. And then when you're sitting there watching a movie or something like that, everybody had to sit real still because if you moved a little, shifted a little, you make noise, and then I'm just going shh.
What the fuck? Lemonade stand?
That doesn't look like lemonade. It looks like orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows the market.
Yikes.
Is that Chuck Norris?
No. That would have been funny though. Yikes, another one of them fucking rabbits.
Oh, these rabbits are off the hook.
Oh, where did they get the red? Oh, that was just nasty.
That
Wow.
picture's a disaster.
It's,
Everybody look at the camera. Say cheese.
it's like they had triplets and quadruplets and twins all within a short period of time. Yeah,
Louder by the dozen. Here we go. Chiquita banana lady. Cha-cha-cha. Coochie coochie.
Charo.
Yeah, Charo. All right, that's enough of that.
All
All
right,
right. So,
listen, guys, I got one more picture. I'm sharing it.
is this one of yours from growing up, George?
Pull my finger. I'm sharing it.
Hold on. My computer just did something weird. No, I'm not going to do a software update right now. What the fuck?
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't let you do that. There you go.
Gene Simmons pulling your finger.
Pulling my finger.
Here, Gene, pull my finger.
And you know, the crazy thing is, he actually asked for this photo with me. I was sitting there taking photos of him with a whole bunch of other people for like 2-3 hours. And then, you know, we were all packing up. We're going to go away. And he says, no, George, come here, George. I go like, what? Seriously? Yeah, come here. So he wanted a photo with me. And there you go. Every time I tell the story, Gene Simmons pulled my finger. They go, bullshit. I don't believe you. And then show the photograph and they go like, the first thing they say is, where'd you get the T-shirt?
I was just thinking about the massive amount of DNA you got on your finger that day.
Right? You're all cloning Gene Simmons afterwards. So we're gonna call it a night. We actually been sitting here fucking going on about them fucking photos for a while. That shit was entertaining as fuck.
That was awesome.
Too bad there weren't more people watching to catch on with all that. Again, that is Awkward Family Photos is the name of that website. If you want to fucking go back and laugh at some shit, I'm sure they update that on the regular. But if you're not going to do that, go back Sunsworn and get that thing, and then get yourself on the mailing list for Joe King. And thank you everybody for coming. And hail brothers, hail sisters, hail to the chat.
Absolutely, hail you all, and hail Drew.
Hail Drew.
This is all so disturbing.
And don't forget to back Captain Love as well. Do all of those things.
Yes, Captain Love to the rescue. In fact, why don't we close out with a little Captain Love to the rescue?
Right on.
I'm just trying to burn the song in everybody's head. Hope they don't mind. So wait. You know what? Before I do that, let's make sure I've shared the volume. Don't want to boomer it. There we go. Everybody, thanks for coming.
Peace.
Hi, my name is Drew Ish, and I'm the author of the Captain Love series. Well, I'll tell you all about the second book, Rise the Pirate King. Yeah, that's the thing. And in this book, you're gonna get everything that you would expect from Captain Love. Yeah, you bet. And I'm blessed enough to be able to use the same creative team. You know what I mean? If you feel like the universe is giving in, you need love to the rescue. And it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. All right now. Now, Captain Love is a space trucker and a former war hero. There is even a legend that he may be immortal. He is accompanied by Spade, who's a living AI. Yes, I said immortal. As in, he cannot die, and if it feels like the universe is giving in, you need love to the rescue. And it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Yeah, love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. All right now. In this book, you'll get space pirates, sexy girls and science monks. There'll be bar fights, space battles, and a lot of awesome junk. There's nudity and violence and swearing within, so this book is mature. That means it's not made for children. And if it feels like the universe is caving in, there'll be love to the rescue. Yeah, and it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Thank you so much for your time. Please back Captain Love. The book is going to be awesome. Rise of the Pirate King is just second and an adventure heading forward for many books. Thank you for your time.